and welcome to our best of AEW Full Gear live stream. We are the Dadley Boyz of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilborn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick to watch some of our favourite moments from AEW Full Gears over the years. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Because we are one, of course, and we do daily wrestling podcasts.
I hate how you've done that to me.
Not only review AEW Dynamite, also AEW Collision, Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT. Pay-per-views, live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick here for our best of AEW Full Gear live stream. We'll just let people get settled in the chats because we've got a lot of matches to get through. But it is the week of AEW Full Gear, and we are, well, kicking this week off because, as I said, we are one. Lots of big surprises coming your way this week. Not only the fact that Adam Nicholas now has a microphone. Hello, good sir.
Hey, yeah.
Oh. Hey. I mean, we've always been able to hear him, but everyone's been like, you can't hear Nicholas. But we've fixed that problem now.
Thanks for your continued
thanks for your support, of course.
Appreciate you being conscientious when we're not.
And that is not the only surprise you've got coming your way this week, but we've already announced some of them. Of course, tomorrow we're going to have a Best of the Dead Man compilation going out, respecting the business.
That's right, you got to respect the business.
We're doing another live stream on Wednesday, which I'm very much looking forward to as well, which is a fan vote watch along. You can make us watch anything for that one at the same time on Wednesday for that 2 till 4 GMT. Thursday is the Best of the Collision Cops.
Oh, you have the right to watch along.
And then on Friday...
Watch along, sir.
And then on Friday, we have our highly anticipated, certainly for us, I really enjoyed it, Get the Table for 3, where we just talk about good old history, the good old days.
The good old history.
We play food bones.
Indeed. But yes, hello to everyone in the chat.
Hello.
Vandis says, this is going to be great. I
hope so. We've never really done it, so
yeah,
we can't say for certain whether it's going to be good or not.
And I think,
but that wouldn't be as like catchy in a Tony Khan tweet, would it?
You should do that before every Dynamite.
Join us to the hashtag AEW Dynamite. We can't be certain it's going to be good. TBS.
It's going to be uneven.
Oh. Harrison Earl says, can we have a bonus live stream of the Dadley Boyz playing Bones? Should we play Bones on Wednesday? I'll bring some Bones in.
Love to play Bones.
I don't know how to do it.
I'll work. We'll learn by
just
Wednesday.
Make a numbers match, don't you? Just make the dots match.
Yeah.
And when the first one to like get rid of all the dominoes wins. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds really boring, but that's always the end.
That's why the dead men enjoy the game.
To entertain themselves. PJ
I ain't
Hill.
playing no bridge.
I certainly ain't playing no Sega Genesis.
What is a bridge? What is that, French?
Go fish. Go. I feel like PJ Heel in the chat echoes a sentiment you're going to be echoing throughout the next 2 hours. This is going to remind us of how good AEW used to be.
Indeed it is.
Full Gear this weekend, though.
Yeah. So it's best and worst preview content. This is
yeah.
I think that's fair.
Reminds me of the days when we would go 10 best moments in Survivor Series history. Guess what? Watching 2016.
Yeah, so lots of what have we got on the docket for today? Then I can see in front of me we have Mox versus Kenny Omega, and if you're joining us and trying to sync up your Triller live stream, or whatever, I'll give you the timestamps and stuff before we press play on this in a few minutes, so you can try and line that all up. What else we got to look forward to?
Well, we're going one from every year.
Okay.
Of all the Full Gears.
So we should probably hurry up.
So we got Mox and Kenny which I'm excited to watch because I didn't really like it at the time. And then Sidge kind of educated
it's 40 minutes long. So
ignorant ass.
Okay.
They're all too long. One of the best openers since Brett and Owen from Full Gear 2020. Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega. 2021, Punk versus Kingston, which time allowing, we will try and fit in the promo as well. 2022, is that right? Yeah. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. And 2023, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page.
All bangers. If we've got time.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to sync up with us, we'll be pressing play in a minute or so's time, a couple of minutes at most. 3 hours, 50, what's that? 56.49, Sidge?
Jeez, I'm only hitting the ring.
Close, mate. It's 56.49. 356.49. And if you haven't got it on Triller or any of the legal means, it's basically John Moxley's making his entrance.
Yeah, he's coming through the crowd. I'm
going to come as well. Should we press play?
Before we do that, we've had a first donation.
Thank you.
From Matt Raines.
Hey. The #1 mega fan.
Thank you, Matt, for joining us. Thank you to everyone for joining us. Oh, Hi to Jose Palomares as well, at the Ho 11, of course, on X, who says, geez, 1 whole year. Thank you, gods, for going on video form, Dadley.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But Matt Rains, yes, says, happy 1 year to my king, my bestie, and podfather. I've been looking forward to this week since it was announced. Was there at Full Gear in 2019 and definitely remember that 2020 Hanger Omega match. Congrats, brothers.
Yeah, he was on Twitter before, was all Matt Rains. An AEW expert at this point. If indeed he was at Full Gear 2019, I didn't even realise that.
Right, shall I do a countdown? So as I said, 3 hours, 56 minutes and 49 seconds in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play! Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah.
We're going to have to keep it a little bit quiet as well because obviously you can just get... Tony, you'll take us down to the...
Take down Tony.
Take down Tony. So talk me through your memories of this era, Sige.
I thought the build to Full Gear 2019 was... It was the launch of Dynamite. This is the era where they had the luxury of planning out so many podcasts, episodic TV in advance. It just... that level of reassurance of, well, I know the next year's sorted out. I know that they've built this for a year. That unprecedented luxury of, well, just strap in. It's all going to be completely goated. Look at that. It almost looks like that smoke machine coating on the screen. Look at Moxley's body. Look at Kenny Omega's body. Love them, all those physiques.
I forgot about Moxley in the elbow pad. That's gone out of my head, that look.
Why?
He got a boo-boo on his elbow.
That's it, isn't it?
Because he previously competed in New Japan. Oh, Simon, that gets an up. Hey. He previously competed in New Japan, hadn't he, Sige?
Yeah.
In the tournament. Did he win that tournament? Or?
No, I did. First try. Look at Kenny Omega just casually doing some great work. Punches there. People say you can't do that. People say the art is dead. You're just not paying attention to Kenny Omega. My God, look at him move.
That's also I forgot about the ramp that goes directly to the ring.
Cody came a cropper.
Oh God, yes.
Remember
his gash? Bust himself wide open, pal.
I love you trivializing injuries. It's quite serious.
Brian trapped his foot in on purpose.
Yeah.
Or something. Just
as
a bit of fun, a bit of a work. This was like...
Whoa! Look at that.
Kenny Omega and John Moxley...
Follow-away slam.
At the time was
Boss man slam.
was a reason for AEW to be with
Oh, he hasn't wiggled his shoulders in a while, has he?
I don't miss that. I miss that. I don't miss the
You don't miss anything, mate, as long as it's unless it's the Fed.
I know what I miss. I was watching Superstars before I came in the studio. This was...
He just swore there, you know.
Did he?
That's why he turns to the camera and says, time for some effing garbage wrestling.
Ah, yeah.
Whoa. Oh, JR on the
Got
call.
JR on comms, yes. I'm sure he's going to make a faux pas in about 10 seconds.
This was lights out and unsanctioned as well, wasn't it? So they were doing the bit
Same
where
thing, mate.
Moxley couldn't... God damn it. I'm trying to be enthusiastic about your shitty thing. Moxley was not able to get up the rankings if he won this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the deal.
So this presumably was in the build to this, was this the one where they put him through the glass table on Dynamite?
Indeed. And that will come into...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. The best spot in the entire match is coming up imminently, which is not particularly great because it goes 40 more minutes, but it is sensational. Kenny, Moxley over the barricade. Look at this.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just remember
One
what
of the best transitions to a crowd brawl you'll ever see with that sprint. Kung Fu. Just bleed. He's the best. I miss him.
He's crying out to get you on live streams more. I like it.
I don't know what I'm doing. Steel chair over the back.
Kenny Omega's got such amazing instincts, and then he says that AEW right now doesn't need him. So I doubt that.
Look at that. Look at that vertical leap. Look at that right in there. God, he's almost scraped his tit off.
Did Okada do that
Scraped his tit off with the heel of his boot.
Did Okada do that to Omega in one of the matches? And is that Kenny sort of saying, like, this is what Nuge actually is, mate? I feel like he did that running drop kick over the barrier in one of their matches.
No, I think he attempted the running something, a crossbody, and then he cut him off with a drop kick.
And that.
Oh. Into the bin. Yeah, because you trash. I'm throwing the trash at you.
Garbage wrestling, you see.
That's it. Bin stuff.
Here we go. Here we go. Kenny, stomp. He's doing this, John. That's what he's doing, Jim.
On the wall.
He's been stomped on his cock, that's why.
Excuse me, sir. It's his cack. I've been podcasting for the past 8 years. Oh, my God.
Never mind cogs. Look at the cogs. God, I miss the cogs.
I miss...
Turning cogs, the set in the background, the graphics and stuff.
How much do we think this matters? It's one of those hardcore fan things where maybe it's overstated, but it's just that sense of effort really counts for a lot for me personally.
Again, it was as much as anything a response to the fact that WWE were always screens all the time, and AEW had barriers and stages. And
he's going to go for that moonsault ski, but he's been foiled.
Like you couldn't believe you were getting a pay-per-view stage again with moving props.
Yeah.
That was like, it was the difference. Be the difference.
That was that list of, don't do what Donny WWE
That's it.
does.
One day it'll work again, I'm telling you.
Nah, it's dead.
Do some research. This is Full Gear 2019. Kenny Omega, John Moxley, if you've just joined us, we are watching. Do you remember the rest of this card?
Emi Sakura versus Riho. Cody versus Chris Jericho.
Slow down. I got buttons.
So, Emi Sakura versus Riho. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho. Sean Spears versus Joey Janela. Pac versus Hangman Page.
Two more to get from the main card.
The Young Bucks versus Proud and Powerful. What else? Orange Cassidy was not on it.
No.
I think I remember being...
Versus?
On the main card of the pre-show.
Main card. I can tell you what the pre-show was.
Have they won the belts by this point?
SCU versus Lucha Bros versus Private Party. Because it was a three-way match between the gold, silver, and bronze medalists.
Jesus.
For the inaugural tag team tournament.
Used to be better.
That's a real...
Britt Baker versus the useless one, New Zealand. She's got two different names. I can't remember either.
B. Priestley.
She's in B. Priestley.
So this was November 9th, 2019. Baltimore, Maryland.
Now, this is pivotal, right? If you'll watch, look at the back. Now, that's not all barbed wire. I believe, if you're not watching along, John Moxley, boom! He's just whacking Kenny Omega across the back with a barbed wire baseball bat. There are some real barbs in there, hence why it's drawing blood. They're doing a very warped, extreme version of that old wrestling thing. If you tell the people the truth first, they'll believe in the lie later, and that will become evident as the match progresses and we get to the bit with the barbed wire bed later on. So you can see Kenny Omega selling, wincing, looking like he's in agony.
His arms look so like...
Look at the sweat gloss on Moxley. God damn. But that's important because you've established, at the time we know how the sausage was made, but you establish early because they're going for this really scary, unsettling tone of, well, the barbed wire is real. Guess what? We're going to bring out a nice sort of ring bed of it.
That was a Foley device, wasn't it, with Triple H? Remember the real and the fake one?
Yeah.
So like Triple H is getting got in the skin after Foley's been hit with a shoot one, tearing away at the material, but they've done a switcheroo.
Shout out to Knows Too Much in the chat, who's just informed me that Full Gear 2019 is all on YouTube. So if you want to watch along with us, they've got the baseball bat with barbed wire in it right now, involved in John Moxley versus
look
Kenny
at
Omega.
that penetration step.
That's not going to tickle, is it?
Penetration step, also known as a drop
I was
step.
going to say drop step, yeah. That was what I had in my head, and then he said penetration. I was like, well, that sounds better. A drop step must be something else.
Same thing.
I like it.
Kenny's the best at it. He's the fucking best.
Who else does it well? Or who else does it and makes it look legit rather than a bit silly?
Get in there.
They banned that in WWE.
Yeah, well...
See, Moxley's just taking a pile driver and he's not getting... He's less of a bitch around the Orton.
Yeah.
The bin to protect.
This is probably the point in the match I stopped buying it because he just rolls up and carries on.
Oh, hi to Colton.
Hey, Colton.
We're far more than one for him. He's been here since day one, watching along at work. Good boy, Colton.
Nice one.
So this was going on in AEW over there. We just seen Crown Jewel for WWE.
Oh, an all-time worst.
Yeah. Featuring, oh boy, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez.
Disaster.
The WWE Tag Team World Cup. I forgot about that. You know, we had to go through all the trophies.
Nah, he's got a bloody broom with him, Bob. Why are you on
What's
it?
it attached to? It's caught on the water. There you go. You'll buy that because it's caught on stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
The barbed wire broom was one of the first things the bad faith accounts really took against. Do you remember when he brought it out on Dynamite?
Oh yeah.
That looks stupid. Well, it looks pretty cool, I think.
Oh, he's just hit him in the face with a bin.
Brained him, as you'd say.
This is the one time you can get away with a suicide dive. Reading the mush.
What do you guys want to talk about? That's what he's doing there.
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Which makes sense because Cody was in AEW.
Yeah,
setting
exactly.
something up with him.
Probably told him to do the spot, if anything.
God. It's going to be stark. You're going to see the physical transformation of Kenny Omega. Throughout.
Matt Reigns has just tweeted one of many videos he took, he says, of this match. Oh! I just...
Yeah. Oh. Bang!
Still not the most visceral AEW spot for me. For some reason, it'll always be the...
I know what it's going to be.
Yeah. I know what it's going to be.
Go on.
Is it the rubbing alcohol lotion from Eddie Kingston, John Moxley? Bingo! And you weren't familiar with A.R. Fox's work prior to AEW.
True.
And who should have been booked better, Wilborn, after Elimination Chamber 2020?
Shayna Baszler, mate.
Correct.
HP says, hi there, thank you for making my London tube journeys tolerable. Everyone does the bag on seat thing that Sige hates. Thank you, that's HP's first super chat.
Any problem you get in public transport in the United Kingdom is amplified in London. I will say, though, get his eyes out. I do think this whole Londoners are completely hostile. It's a bit overstated.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's an arsehole.
The thing, what Londoners do have is an intolerance of the tube, and from people that have to use the metro and transport up here, we just think the tube's good. Like, oh no, we have to wait 3 minutes for another one.
Efficiency, yes. I always feel like I need a shower every time I've been on the tube.
Get in there. It's mucky business. Especially when it's that packed. That's worse on the tube than on metros and trains. Can't tolerate that.
Is this the point of the match when Dave Meltzer's like, it's worse than any Big Japan match, this? I'm like, it wasn't.
What was his star rating?
He hated it. He absolutely hated this match. He thought it was absolutely nonsensical that AEW would even do this when they're trying to develop a new audience. He absolutely hated it. He said it was worse than any death match ever, and it was 4.5 stars.
I was massively disappointed by it, but I find that specific criticism weird.
At the time, it made people drop their arse. It's almost quaint now. There's a spot in the end, though, when Kenny Omega eats crepe. That'll kill you. He said it was one of two. Oh, my God. Wait there. Remind me to press that button later. When we get to that spot, Kenny says it's one of the worst 2 that he's ever taken.
Oh.
So we'll play a game about the second.
Just remembered he put the bin on.
Look at the way he would spring up, man. He used to be a complete freak.
Why don't they use those camera camera turnbuckle things anymore? I used to love them.
I used to like them. I used to love them.
Oh, just double checking. It's a 2 count. Siege, Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho from this show.
I absolutely loved it. The star rating was it another 4.5?
It was.
It was.
SCU Lucha Bros Private Party.
3.75.
4 stars.
Oh, shouldn't have been.
Rio Emi Sakura.
Did that get 4.25?
I got 4. Bucks, Santana and Ortiz.
That got 4.25.
I got 4.25. Page Pack.
I think that might have been another 4.25.
It was. Oh!
So the lore of this spot is that they screened a video of John Moxley. Here's what he used to be like on the indies before he became a joke in WWE. Take seriously this version. He's coming back. And there was footage of him from his Combat Zone Wrestling days using this. Hence why Omega introduces it in the match, because the whole point is he wants to meet him on his own battleground and defeat him.
It's a board full of mouse
traps.
If you're not watching along with this, but the whole thing's on YouTube, so do.
I remember being disappointed by the spot. There wasn't enough clacking going on.
Yeah.
There's a brilliant bit in the first Jackass movie where they throw a mouse trap and it lands on
Get in, V-trigger.
Dick.
Yeah.
Does it like launch it at him?
Go bang. This is rules. What was your problem?
Do you not like this?
Yeah.
I didn't like Cody Dustin. He's a bit of a...
I was just disappointed by this. I was
soft.
I was super into John Moxley and Kenny Omega as like the best thing AEW could possibly do. And then we got this like weapons bullshit instead. And I was like, I still think it a bit now when I'm watching it truthfully. I'm a little bit cold to it. Like, Cody and Dustin, this is where like I'm a complete hypocrite. Because if Cody and Dustin did that now in WWE, I think it was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, like you like Punk the
Whoa!
Prude.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
And he's trying. He's flailing around trying to set him off.
It
You ever caught your
reminds
finger in a
me...
mousetrap?
What?
You ever caught your finger in a mousetrap?
Nope. First of all, because I'm not a prick, so I use humane mouse traps.
What's the new name one?
Basically, what you do is you get a little narrow, transparent cylinder deal. You stick some peanut butter in there, and then if I've never had one, but the idea is that they go in, the little trap door slides, but there's air holes.
Yeah.
So they're basically trapped, and then you can just let them out outside, as opposed to snapping their neck like a twig.
That's what I do with my rat traps. I decapitate them just completely.
You get rats.
We had a couple in the shed. Put it outside, and I found just a head.
Oh, wow.
Well, not just a head. Obviously, the body was nearby, but
Bloody hell. No, I remember those fake chewing gums that replicated a mousetrap like that. That would hurt.
No, I remember, it was basically when we got the cat, it hid in the same spot pretty much, other than rushing to get its food and going back. That's what cats do. It's a proper cat now. It's great. But the first night it came out, it was here, there, and everywhere, and we heard a rustle, and I thought the mouse was down. I thought the cat was downstairs, but then they're so fast that they can run back and forwards like in about a split second. And by the time they're downstairs, you think they're upstairs. And we thought we had a mouse, but we didn't. What are you going to do? Chain wrestle me, John? Do you get it?
I get it.
I thought as your little Bloodline fans and your little Bloodline teasers.
I got it at the time when you told me. I do like it's a gold one. Don't see many gold chains in wrestling. That's not me doing a bit. These are the things I like more than you moves and shit. Like, you don't see many gold chains in wrestling. You tend to see the big silver ones.
not to be that guy, Sidge.
Don't be that guy then.
Well,
He's that guy quite a lot.
AEW is better in the past. But was this not a personification of what you always are campaigning for now? Like, just give us the big matches. Like, they brought Mox in. The first thing they did was like, right, let's go. Him and Kenny Omega.
Use that as a thumbnail.
That was a meme as well, isn't it? Still now it's like
I thought they did quite a great job, actually, of parsing them out.
Yeah.
I thought what was really clever was the first Double or Nothing. Cody and Dustin, like, bless him, Dustin Rhodes, he's still great. He was never going to be as good as that night. Mm-hmm. I thought it was clever that they gave you Kenny Jericho too, because they didn't give away a first-time massive Kenny Omega match.
This has been a thumb as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I would say this is the defining image of Full Gear 2019 when he's got it, when he's got this set up now. That.
Oh.
Do you have that, Sid? Do you have a screensaver for each show in your head? Like, that's mine. I just have like a snapshot of one singular show. My brain works like that, and it's that right there, that shot.
Yeah.
Hard camera looking at Kenny reaching for dear life.
Hi to Dan the Grappler, who says, hoping for a compact 8-match card. That November Rain promo made my pants tight. Thoughts on the November Rain thing?
I'm going to be the down guy on it. It was very, very well produced. It's just giving WrestleMania X7.
Yeah,
WrestleMania 17. It's like,
that's how to get out of it.
I would rather they just did good creative as opposed to carefully curate the correct sort of images and moves set to. It's a cheat code, basically.
Yeah.
It is a cheat
It's
code.
the light art. It's the dark ones that you can see.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing. I don't massively like November Rain. But
Children on the chain, really.
I love a wrestling video package. It did give the illusion of a well-booked show. Like made Orange Cassidy look like a big deal as well. It's the best. I think it's the best he's looked as a number 1 contender. Is that?
Yeah, I don't think I've been impressed by his promos, to be honest. In this build, it's always theoretically great that Orange Cassidy fire up more than in execution.
You kind of don't want to fall into the trap, but it's the reason why WWE like those very carefully.
They don't either.
Nice. Those scripted lines live better in a video package than in the moment, don't they? And Orange Cassidy's did too, I think.
Ice pick? No.
Was it this match where one of the first times that Renee Paquette tweeted from home?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. What?
She tweeted, WTF.
Yeah.
Let's see what John's up to.
Oh, right in the balls.
How's work?
Chain of the cack.
Oh, Graham, following on from
he nails that. That's,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go on. Snapdragon.
Oh, that's on the chain. There you go.
Yeah. That must suck.
Yeah.
HP mentioned the bag on the seat thing in London, and Graham wants to know what's the bag on the seat thing.
The bag on the seat thing is when the worst people alive, and if you are watching along, thank you so much, but if you do this, I need you to change your ways. I need to change them yesterday. It's when you go on public transport, and almost invariably there are 2 seats by the window and an aisle, and then the same again on the other side of the old carriage. And it's when you sit on the aisle, leaving the window seat free, but you think, you know what's worth sitting down more than you, a fellow human being? My inanimate object.
Yeah.
Just put your bag on your seat and sit by the window. And guess what? If you need to get up, just say to your fellow man, can you get up, please? I need to get off. And that person will go, yeah, sure, pal. Unless that person is a dick.
And then that's on them anyway.
Yeah. And provided this person isn't physically imposing, you can tell them off.
Oh, there you go, Sid.
Oh, yeah.
Was this match the official end of Trunks Mox?
Yeah, because he's wearing combat pants.
Never went back, did he? Asshole.
Nah, I don't. He wore trunks. There was a tag team match in the build of this. Go on, Snapdragon.
They were there. Pac, wasn't it?
It was Mox and Pac versus Kenny and Hangman. He wore trunks there. Oh, he's sucking him in with that drip stop.
Drip stop.
That drop step. Go on, just take it and lash it in his face. He's been mugging you off, Kenny. He thinks he can come into your world. Sure, like you can go in yours.
Were you supporting Kenny in this match when you were watching it back in 2019?
I was in love with them both. I tell you what, though, I was bargaining for Kenny, thinking, he's still great. He's just taking his time. He was taking his time, and it was great, but I did think Moxie's a little bit cooler.
Where do you sit these days, Sidge, with Kenny taking his time being great? Do you think time's been kind of the idea, or we just lost prime Kenny years?
It
was a nice idea, wasn't it? It was an elegant
It was a nice
idea.
idea. I love how he just switched on the star power like a faucet in that squash against Sunny Kiss. That was magnificent. It's a funny one because 2021, I'd love to know what it looked like if they hadn't signed Punk and Danielson and Kenny wasn't quite as broken down. Because if the best pattern of numbers that they ever did was in that build to All Out.
I'm going to get it.
No, he doesn't do it the first time, brother.
You got the wrong way, Kenny. Oh, he's just gone the other ropes. Hey!
Oh, yes.
Oh, they're in the table as well.
Because he was broken down. Then Punk comes in, kind of defines the company thereafter. I think it's been kind. I think if you look at the numbers and the memories.
Yeah, two most important things with wrestling for me.
Yeah.
Memories and the numbers.
Matt Rain says the idea was perfect. I don't think anyone could have seen the circumstances to come for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at him here.
Well, maybe they should have. Yeah, like that New Japan style catches up with pretty much everybody. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if you look at him here, he looks great. He's got a spring in his step compared to, you know, what he looked like in that year of 2021, which is the most evocative of Kenny currently. He looks like, if you watch him here in a vacuum, as we're doing on this live stream, thank you very much for joining us. Like that physique is incredible. That drop step, it's like he throws that knee down like a light switch. I mean, that drop kick, that kung fu kick over the barricade looks amazing. I remember distinctly in 2019 at the time thinking he doesn't look like he did in 2018.
Yeah.
Or 2016, you know?
But
I still couldn't have foreseen. He had a banana posture in 2021. It really caught up with him.
You know, like how you
I was like examining his curvature week to week, worried about him. Why are you laughing? He means a great deal to me.
You know, like how you can measure the age of a tree through the rings on it. Mm-hmm. I like Sidge's theory of you can measure how well Kenny Omega is by how many centimeters he clears the top rope with.
With the Terminator dive. There was one against Moose when they did that TNA match. at Daly's on the TNA pape.
Yeah.
And he's got that Kurt Angle posture. He needs to go into surgery tomorrow for like 5 different things. And it's like a centimeter. It's almost sad. And then I think he started taking stem cells and got that patch.
Yeah.
What's he trying to attack him with there? Is that real glass?
Real glass.
So this is...
Oh! Oh!
So this is the glass from the table.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Not really, because that's a shoot glass, Crimea River. And this, as becomes apparent right now, is sugar glass.
That's the one
I remember even at the time, this sequence took me out of it a little bit.
I never liked that in the Jackass one where they did the paper cuts to the
webs of the fingers.
Because if this was real glass, Crimea River, what happens next would just, kill you.
Oh, yes.
That's what Jim Ross says. That's what he always says. Broken glass out the ass.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at Kenny's hand, he tries to do it so it's like he's getting his hand out of the way. Like every little detail matters in a Kenny match. But if you look at the glass, it's sugar glass. It's fine. I'd rather they did that than, the real stuff.
glass.
Look at the body on Mox.
Oh, just...
Nice.
Oh. That's more Dirty Sanchez than Jackass, that, isn't it?
Being dragged through the glass.
When he gets
Context, there was a Welsh version, or a Welsh, not a version, a
homage,
if you like.
And he got his ass dragged along grip tape.
Nowhere near as funny or as charming. Or
They just turned it up, didn't
Yeah.
they? I used to love it. I was a sicko.
Yeah, he's been sick in the frying up point, and then he's cooked it in the air again.
you wouldn't want, I think at least with Jackass, you were kind of welcomed into the friend group. With Dirty Sanchez, you wouldn't want to go to that stag do, would you? Like the
Oh, yeah.
His back.
But then they've already done the barbed wire stuff, so when they do the sugar glass, in the moment, before they do the close-ups, they've already made your skin bleed.
And it says Dirty Sanchez was the ECW equivalent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh. You're going to show it in his mouth?
Can't remember.
I've got a film between quite a few, JR.
Got a feeling they killed a gimmick on TV, Jim.
Yeah, there you go. Up in your gob.
Up and up.
Trying to get dog medicine, this. Look. Get it in.
You were out later on. Eat this glass.
And now he does the, go on, bang.
Oh, here you go,
V-trigger
Sid.
to a glass mouth. Oh, no.
Psych.
Oh,
Bang.
nice. That's so well put together, that sequence.
Honestly, there's
so
loads of it.
credible.
Oh, I still get it, though. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, onto the ramp.
What are our thoughts on ramps connecting to rings?
I like them.
Good.
I did like them until what happened to Adam Cole, and then I thought, yeah, maybe don't do that anymore. I thought that might be just a one-off.
I also, so ECW had it, old WCW had it, AEW had it. I love obvious aesthetic differences. They do more good.
You just
than
like
harm.
something to look at, don't you?
All the time. I want to be. It's wrestling. I want to be looking at something all the time. Like WWE don't do it right now, so have it, use it. We've talked loads about like environment as well.
Kenny Omega's the master of
The
it.
different environments that wrestlers have, the more they're like the good ones anyway. The creative juices flow.
I always
and
remember in QT Marshall's dank gym, that should have been really depressing. And it kind of was, when there was a big pillar connecting the roof to the floor. And Kenny was like, why isn't anybody else using that? I'm going to powerbomb Trent Beretta against it.
You smash that.
Did you smash it?
Smash. Kenny, yeah. Smashed that chandelier on that Jeff Cat show, didn't he? And lost his payday for it, but like, it looked cool. So
Divided in the comments, Jeff Raidmaker hates ramps leading to rings. While Paul Abbott says Daly's Place ramp looked great.
Yeah.
Taz and Bam Bam going through it as the sequel to Going Through the Ring in ECW.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember when John Moxley had that match with Brody Lee, and you know that they're teeing up something through that ramp, and you're thinking, these things never look good, and then all you could see was like the exposed, like really thick wooden boards, and it was like, that's perfect.
Oh, hey, the Bucks.
You're taking it too far, Kenny. That's what they're saying.
Oh, here he is.
There's Hangman. So basically, if you're not watching, Kenny Omega is trying to get his fellow elitemen, get the thing I've built.
Love those hoodies, by the way.
This is where I have to remind you that Full Gear wasn't about cogs. It was when Pac said Hangman Page was getting fat. Yeah. Because Pac would walk around as Full Gear all the time.
There's no such thing as Full Gear. There's Top Gear.
Yeah. But that was cogs. Maybe, Sidge, maybe Full Gear 2024 is going to be car stuff, and that's why there's been so many cars.
Or maybe they've just entered an inexorable creative decline, becoming indistinguishable to every US promotion on cable TV ever. They're bringing out the big implement. He's a sculptor, an artist, as Moxley sort of pretentious. Like you say, like pretentious artist. Well, I'm not. I'm violent. He's built a sculpture, mate. He's going to put you through it. So be careful what you wish for. So,
Matt Jackson did some acting. I don't feel good about this ginormous barbed wire contraction.
Uh-oh.
V-trigger. Oh, no. Good blocks.
Nice. Well, looks like we're both going through it. Yeah.
I mean, even if it's gimmicked, and it is, they've sort of shaved off the bits. You can still see blunt spikes.
Yeah.
And it's still going to absolutely suck.
Oh, it's like shudder in Mox's breathing there. You can see on his stomach. Oh. Oh. They don't exactly bounce, do they? They just sort of stick.
It's nice, though. It's an effective smash all the same.
I was going to say, I can't remember how they got out of this.
But yeah, I like those
spot any
too.
Faces there that we recognise. I mean, I wouldn't even put my hands into help them out, to be honest. Ah! Oh, it's coming with him. That bloke's selling. Ah! Yeah, it's Cutler. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do have some memory. Just needs to be aggressively reminded of it.
Significant pay-per-view prop law that started at a show that you were at.
Yes. So they are out of the barbed wire now if you're trying to sync up with us right next to the Full Gear sign. Oh! Who's that he just chinned? Get out of the way, you. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. I just twatted him with a light.
Bang.
That's the stuff.
Here to harsh the buzz. This doesn't look quite as good as it could have. We're doing a V-trigger through the Full Gear sign. I mean, it did look pretty tits, to be honest. Right, Jim Ross, if you can't hear it, just said it was the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Right, which reminds me, CM Punk doing NXT commentary alongside Michael Cole. You might have all seen the YouTube supercut. Watch it after this. It's like 1 hour of CM Punk just basically being a snarky dick on NXT commentary alongside Michael Cole. Someone, I can't remember who, maybe Caitlyn, does literally the worst spear you've seen in your life. It's like a flying cuddle. And just to completely, big support of women's wrestling, CM Punk decides to take the piss out of it. Almost like he's a hypocrite. Like, it's the worst spear I've ever seen in the entire life. CM Punk. That was the dangest spear I've ever seen. You go just a JR impression. I mean, it is goated. It is absolutely goated. Michael Cole doing that, like, you can't stifle a laugh.
One of the lowest ebbs that show, isn't it? That presentation of it.
Oh my god!
Ebbs,
NXT season 3. Oh my god! There was just a load of ebbs by the end.
Of ebbs, just Ebb City.
Ebb City Jones.
Yeah. World Wrestling Entertainment.
Do you remember the competitors in season 3?
Caitlin,
AJ Lee.
Correct.
Cameron and Naomi. Post Funkadactyls.
Naomi's there.
Oh, look, right in the dome. Right on the dome.
Aksana.
Great pin. There's some great fundamentals in this match as well. You hooked the leg and pinned the shoulders, but it wasn't enough.
Aksana is correct. I don't think you might not remember the other two.
It was, what was it? It was a...
Llama.
Not,
That was Aksana, wasn't it?
what's that?
She had to say llama.
Yeah.
She went, llama. He was giving Dana Brooke. Out here on Raw.
There was the
He was giving Tony Braxton.
woman who didn't make it past the first week who was like 7 foot or something like that. I can't remember her name. She was like going to be on
The
it,
one
and
who's
then-
going to... Yeah, she's not listed here, but I know you mean. I remember her from a list we've done.
Oh, here it comes, baby. If you're not watching, John Moxley is currently taking his sweet time, let's be honest, removing the ring apron from the boards, and he's going to expose them now.
Aloysia?
That was the...
Lindsay K. Hayward, yes, is the Isis the Amazon. 6'8" and a quarter.
Did the video packages and then never made it to TV.
Of course they did.
Got fired?
Oh, sorry, all right. Do that.
What would Jim Ross think about the financial possibilities?
I think you can make a lot of money with an athletic big gal.
Also on this show was Jamie.
Yeah, she'd been a ring announcer.
Do we miss, chat? Because I think I do. The big old AEW logo in the middle of the ring at Double or Nothing.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Exposing the boards.
How do you learn to fall on them things? Seriously.
I'd learn to fall off 20-foot plywood.
Maxine was the other contestant.
Maxine, of course. I liked Maxine stuff with EC3 and the Redemption season that never ended.
Perez, she became.
Look, bump Kenny Omega takes about 3 minutes. It's going to kick your ass.
Hi to Lemonaden, who says, late night tuning from Australia.
Oh, good day.
What was it?
I've been sat next to him too long. Pile driver. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
If it's cold weather in Australia today, you could say so much for the summer, eh? And it'd be accurate.
So much the fucking samurai.
Bang. It's between the shoulder blades, but it looks like at the back of the head. Oh. 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 I mean, I know who won.
Love the ref selling the hand. That's what
say
exactly
probably
what
here's the referee's
we're just
hand.
watching for there. I hope.
I think that's
hand.
what's selling.
Like,
It would really, it would really, really hurt.
Ryan Weddig says, Wilborn, Lemonaden is probably the only guy from Australia on right now. He's got no friends in the chat. So
Which,
he
of course.
could say, Lemonaden, you got no fucking mates. We have friends now joining us in the chat.
We're all friends.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
Paul
you're not
also-
familiar with that bit. is it?
Paul Abbott was like, got any mates? First reply.
Yes.
A year and we still got to do bits on this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
God,
Here we go. So Kenny Omega, if you're not watching along at home, is currently ascending the turnbuckles. He's got Kenny Omega, John Moxley primed, or so he thinks. to do Kota Ibushi's Phoenix Splash, because at the time, the story was he's left his wrestling heart in Japan, so he wants to try and repair it by using the move of Kota Ibushi. Here's a Phoenix Splash, more like a Phoenix Splash. Oh, yeah! His face hits the boards from about 8 feet up in the air. He says, not to spoil the magic or anything, but the majority of the things in this match were like, fine, hurt more than usual. He said that was literally the joint worst thing he has ever taken in his entire life. Chat.
It's time to play the game! Time to play the game!
What was the other? Oh! I mean, it's over. He's just done the paradigm shift on the exposed boards. Thank you for coming. And mercifully, it's over. What was the other bump Kenny Omega took that he described as the worst, most horrifying thing he's ever done, and he never wants to do it again? Let the chat.
I think I know. I feel like I can have an educated guess.
We've got another Aussie in the chat, Chris Apples. He says, I'm sure Lemonaden's a lovely guy. He's not my fucking mate. No.
How'd you like them apples?
Has anyone in the chat got any
I'll give him a
guesses?
chance to reply. So what aside from that bump is the worst one he's ever taken?
Yes.
Okay, let us know, chat.
Give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll reveal the answer. Retention. So.
It's Raw Riddle-esque.
It seems
this week.
almost quaint now, but what you have to remember is that AEW, this is their third pay-per-view. I mean, this is what's genuinely unhinged at points. And you'd seen, about 8 years of just no blood in WWE, 9, 10, full stop. You can understand why it was so polarizing, why people were genuinely unsettled.
God, the rankings in their original form, eh?
God, it was just such a pure, what a pure device.
Brilliant idea.
It's there.
And the cool thing is that, like, the critics are proven wrong here, because the rankings were still, you could still use them for John Moxley to be the one getting the title match at the very next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This win did matter. You just couldn't count it.
You couldn't do it yet.
Book him again on Wednesday, and then there's his win, and this is counted. It was like, it was easier than the bad faith grifters was suggesting it would be to make this work.
I make this point all the time when the original ranking system was in place, and you saw that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you had like little square images of each wrestler who was in the rankings. I would look at Darby Allin and think, bloody hell, you're close to John Moxley.
Yeah,
it was such a great like a visual signifier of, you know, if they beat this, but actually, before you made it into a bit, when it actually meant something, get in, and V-trigger in the face. God damn. Oh God, Kenny just looks like. One of my favorite Kenny quotes is it was in the aftermath of Forbidden Door 2022, and he's talking about the Tiger Driver. He's like, "Don't tell Tyson Smith how to wrestle. Just never do that, you dickhead." What a great quote. Perfect time to refer to himself in the third person. Oh, that Phoenix Splash is disgusting. He said, I want people to watch my matches and think, get a gurney. No, get an airlift. That guy is dead. He is dead. Right, what we're doing next, I'll tee us up.
And what we got next?
Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega.
Okay.
2020.
It's got one of my favourite spots ever in that match.
I think I thought at the time that was the best pay-per-view opener since Bret and Owen. Genuinely. I was so impressed with that match.
What match did Mox follow this up with on AEW Dynamite?
Dobbs?
No. Was it?
No, you're right. It
was Michael Nakazawa.
Oh, not that one.
Bingo!
69 seconds as well.
Yeah. Nice. Double nice.
Yeah.
Ah, the Broom Girls.
Yes.
Why are you laughing at?
I'm just thinking about tortoise on a skateboard.
Did anyone in the chat come up with any guesses?
They've had some guesses, yes. Scott Morris says, I feel like it was a Hurricane Rana outside of the ring, but I don't remember his opponent.
You are half.
Bingo!
There they are.
There's a button you're going to press there, mate? Or
Just.
watching the Broom Girls do their dance, heralding the arrival of the cleaner.
Such a good bit, this one.
Such a great bit. Like, he was wearing T-shirts at the end of Hangman, then he just comes out looking like this.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
For the people in the chat, where are we up to?
Full Gear 2020, Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page.
Have we got like a timestamp for them? I can jump
Oh,
onto?
sorry.
Oh, pretty early.
7:40.
Was the opener?
Yeah, I forgot
We're
about that.
finished by now. Oh, we've got a lot of game matches to get through. It's not 20 video packages. Let's get straight in there. So it was Kenny Omega versus Kota Ibushi, DDT 2012. He takes a Frankensteiner from the top rope, just to the mats below. He said he could physically feel his intestines and organs bash against his rib cage. He says it made him physically sick afterwards, and he'll never ever do anything like that again.
When I imagine that, do you imagine the shot where Kenny disappears from view? You don't see
Yes,
the landing.
you don't
It's
see it, yeah.
I'm watching it from the side.
Just,
of the ring
it's
where
like oblivion.
Yeah,
total
brilliant.
oblivion.
Yeah, a shout out to Paul Abbott as well, who guessed it was against Ibushi. The spot was.
Congrats.
that was the one I had in my head, but I had a second one, which was the old Gucci on the cage.
Oh, yeah.
He tore himself.
So
open.
against John Moxley, he does a V-trigger, breaks that cage wall. I remember tweeting at the time, your favourite wrestler is a bitch. They bump on their back. Kenny Omega, who is a goat, just does it on his cock and his taint.
right in the taint.
weird.
Right in the taint.
Weird perspective there, isn't it?
There's more vibe now then than
I
there
was
is
going to say,
now.
I'm looking at this and sort of warm nostalgia
We'll get this back.
for it. Cogs and the Cowboy.
So obviously this match takes place at Full Gear 2020. We are in Daly's place, deep into the residency. I believe, in addition to the planted extras, lower card guys, that there's an actual attendance distance of 1,000.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Spread apart.
I'm on the wiki.
So that was the deal there. So it felt like, right, well, it's that incremental thing. You know, when your eyesight goes a little bit, like little bit
Yeah.
by bit, when the crowd start getting that little bit higher in number at various points in the show when they all explode at once, because you're used to just Austin Gunn. When you hear 1,000 distanced fans pop at once, it just feels like the real thing.
Yeah.
I remember this was the closest we ever felt to it being coming back. And I also remember this very weekend, maybe it was this weekend, I remember tweeting everything like nature's healing, because I believe, and I don't want to dwell on this too much because people have got different opinions, but it was they did the trials of the old Jabski, and it's all looking pretty
Yeah.
good. I think it even announced the dates for the rollout. Anyway.
Mimi Burris in the chat. Thank you, Mimi, as always. Says, hi, guys. Just want to say I like Hamlet's jacket.
Thanks very much.
Have a
Mimi.
wonderful week.
Is this Mimi of attended the first Grand Slam fame?
Possibly.
What a night.
I'm jealous.
Your birthday.
Yeah.
And Jeff Raidmaker says, I remember the BTE after this, the match we were just watching, where they show one of Kenny's wounds from the barbed wire. It looked like a shaved vagina. Not in a good way. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, so he's just taking. Look at the intent
great.
on that lariat. Ooh, just a V trigger to the throat there.
Run through the card again.
Yep. So it is Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page.
There was a pre-show match.
Yep, and it was not important because I can't remember. John Silver versus Orange Cassidy.
Pre-show match, I'll give you a clue. Nobody cared.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Nobody cares.
Oh, it's a lovely air, Anna.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
That's why is that like that's really
Nobody cares. And I'll do it in that camera lens so you make sure you catch it. Nobody cares.
Oh, Britt Baker.
No. Other one.
Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa.
Serena Deeb and Allysin Kay. For the NWA Women's World Championship.
So we get Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. We have John Silver versus Orange Cassidy. Give us my bingos. Double bingos. Double bingos.
He wants his bingo.
So that's the first three. I'm not doing it in order, but we get Bucks FTR.
Dadley Bin Bins.
I don't know when it falls, but we also have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara.
Elite deletion.
Last time it was, isn't it? Semi-main?
It was third from last.
MJF Jericho. Great finish, middling match. Oh, he's ran
look
up
at
the
that.
room with a suplex. Boom.
3 to go.
Knows his partner inside out. Some really good storytelling here. Kingston Mox. Is there some... Oh, no, I'm thinking of All Out. Because it was All Out where it was like Colt Cabana and...
You think of the multi-man tag
with Cardona and that. That's All Out, innit?
I thought that was here, actually. Oh, no. No, it must be All Out, yeah.
Both title matches.
At the TNT.
We've already done it. Women's, we need a women's match, yeah. Thunder Rosa? No. Who's the champ?
Hikaru Shida.
Versus.
Nyla Rose.
Neither Rose. Another title match.
Oh, no, I think... have you said the TNT match?
Yeah, I said Cody and Darby.
Oh, yeah.
That's the card.
That's the cat.
That's the card. Shorter's better.
Tagline, don't chase dreams.
That's the whole tagline. That's a sad tagline. But a bit more optimistic.
Right, this spot's great. So he's Hangman Page has just thrown Kenny Omega into the barricade, right? Something awesome is coming up that separates. So he's going into the barricade again. Hangman Page looks around, doesn't see Kenny Omega coming back off the barricade with a moonsault, thus negating the need to go, I'll catch you, mate.
Yeah. And thinking he's just going to hit it again like he did the last time because it's worked once. So he doesn't need to check this time, yeah.
So if you look at the timing, he's done it. It's that Kenny Omega bumping style where he just doesn't catch. He's like, I'll just take a flat back. I'd rather it didn't look shit.
Yeah.
So rather than try and catch you, you can just bump me. I'll take a flat back. I don't care. I'm too real. He is. He's too good. Ultimately, look at his body and what happened after this this series of matches like this.
Kenny got amazing at finding the camera between the middle and bottom rope off the back of the Sunny Kiss shot. He was good for that. Hangman's in the long tights for the second time because he switched to them to show solidarity to Kenny, and then that was when Kenny let him fall after they lost the tag belts.
Oh, God, yeah.
I kind of wish for storyline purposes that he went back, but maybe just thought, I'll suit these.
Less like leg days and shaving my leg. Like Punk wears the long tights at one point because he just doesn't want to shave his legs that week.
Oh, chaps.
So trying to spy who's in the front row there.
I think he botches this. You can't escape.
Oh.
Yep. He slips. And Don Callis has a good explanation on commentary. He's pissed off with himself.
Let's not throw that away. That was huge. Don Callis just welcomed out as a sort of commentator.
Yes.
He'd been allowed into the building because it was just Kenny's mate.
Kenny's mate.
All part of the
special pay-per-view. You just didn't think twice about it. So I'm not trying to elevate the spectacle of the match. And then subsequent to this, he does an interview promoting the world title match he gets into by virtue of winning this match. And he's just playing with a dog. And he goes, it's not my dog, Tony. This isn't even my house. And you just think, what's Kenny like? He's being irreverent. He's in Don Callis' house. Yeah, those details are dead. Well, they are, aren't they? When was the last time AEW did a detail like that?
Yeah.
What was the one where they were like, they forced a cameraman to stay or something? Was that the Don Callis thing?
Was that one of the young
No,
Bucks?
what happened was you're thinking of there's a contract signing. Oh, no. That was terrible. That was bad.
It was one of those times when they were too cheeky for their own good with the invisible camera.
Yeah.
I just said
Every now and then you just kind of need one, but they were like, no, he's not invisible, he's here actually. And they hit Callis. And then it was just a few weeks later.
I mean, look at that bump from Kenny. He's taken that Hangman Page clothesline That diving one off the middle turnbuckle, back in. Anybody else just go on the back? No, Kenny just decides to do a backwards somersault. He's better than your favourite wrestler. Imagine CM Punk doing that, Punk, mate.
Imagine how good that would look. I mean, how awful it would look, and imagine how good it would look. He'd look like a crumpled heap, wouldn't he?
That's what he is.
The greatest crumpled heap the world has ever seen.
CH Punk.
He's next. Punk is next.
Punk is next. Let's get this out of the way. This is brilliant.
No, this match is absolutely class.
Right, he's going to do... Well, is he going... Terminator dive. See, now, that's
Should've
not his
frozen it,
best.
yeah.
Not his best. If you look about the aging of Kenny Omega and that decline of that physique before he gets all the surgeries, he clears the top rope, but that tuck is a little bit too
If you notice, he
dangerous.
keeps going to that leg from the botched.
Look at the tuck here. Oh, he hasn't got the full arc.
Generously,
the ropes,
maybe,
I think,
generously,
It still
maybe
looks great.
He's got less spring because of that.
Yeah.
You know, he started selling that to make sense of the botch.
You know, there are signs in this match. The slip, doesn't have that full trajectory. He's still unbelievable.
What gimmick did he go into after he won the title, Sidge? What was the name of his gimmick? Because he won quite a few titles, didn't he? Did he have a title?
Belt collector. Belt collector. Belt collector. Then he pops himself.
Yeah, I'm trying to eye up, see who's at the front row.
And then The Rock did it as a shoot. Like Kenny created that couldn't possibly work as a chant, and that Rock did the one with was it Austin Theory?
You are an asshole.
That's it.
Did I just say
You
urine?
are an asshole. No, yeah.
Urine. And then we taught The Rock how to do a promo. We did.
Someone's got to do it.
As a podcast, is this claiming credit for the final boss? Yeah.
That struggle for the Snapdragon, that's just Kenny. That's classic Kenny.
AEW Games 1.0 special event there, being advertised at the bottom.
No, it didn't go so well, that.
No, that's a good out.
It's a good
Great
out.
bit of struggle here. Just elbowing the forearms. Oh, jump on the throat.
Probably.
Down there. Look.
Going for the...
Oh!
Nice.
Great sense of struggle here.
Oh! His hands are in the plate.
The ramp was great for the buckshot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang! And he
nice.
kind of leans in a little bit, but he's just V-triggered him in the face on the buckshot lariat attempt. It's all about Paige. He's a fellow lunatic. He'll just take things to the mush as well. God, I needed AEW in my life when this was going on. I really did. Oh!
It's caught him.
Oh! This is great. I miss it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I realise you're going to be really sad after this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Livestream. Sorry, boys.
I'm really glad we don't have to do like a Dynamite preview later on today.
How about that? V-trigger.
Oh.
Oh, power bomb on that ramp.
Not to be confused with the Chris Jericho ramp. Blood and guts.
Oh yeah, it looked suspiciously different. Oh, that is nice, power bomb. I didn't pin the shoulders.
AEW and Hangman Page did such a brilliant job of fooling you just enough that Hangman was ready when he wasn't ready. The amount of times that-
Look at his head. Look at his head. Bang. Oh.
like he does stuff like that. He'd lost against Jericho. He'd lose here. He'd lose in 2021 against Brian Cage. They'd fool you so many times that here we go. He's cleared all the hurdles.
And the belief was
and
just stronger every
He
time.
worked that so well. Like he would reduce himself or he would make little mistakes or
Just such a great character mechanism of that self-doubt.
yeah.
Could always go back to it over and over again.
You were doing the work for them because you were making the excuses because you could
Yeah.
believe him
Yeah.
and what he was going through.
The Acclaimed there.
Another stink. I really hate the Acclaim, man.
That's been a catchphrase all along, I believe, isn't it? I saw the
Everyone's going off the Acclaim.
biggest split tease yet, wasn't it, with the scissoring on Collision this week? The entrance and Caster sort of left him hanging.
Yeah, no Collision review. We are doing this in lieu of it, but I did catch it. There's this weird spot that even McGuinness pointed out on commentary where, like, rather than just take the bump, like he's getting Max Caster's just getting thrown into the bottom turnbuckle, so like they can do the bull's horns. He just like sort of scoots into it, and McGuinness very pointedly goes, "It's a weird way to get there."
Oh, God. Really disarming when commentators say things like that, isn't it? What a turnbuckle from Dax. What?
Oh, that discus right in the jaw. Oh, God, he can... It's just that physical timing that Kenny Omega does in that V-trigger. It's just one of the most impressive things.
Oh!
The J Driller. I mean, you've seen it. You know the result. You know it's in part of the rhythm, not the finish. But because of that 2.99, because of how disgusting the actual physical violence looks, like some of this is better than Mox Omega in terms of, I mean, look at that. Bang.
I miss Kenny Omega, man.
All right, here we go.
Such a great time because I could feel him coming back to me. I could. Go on. Right in the dome. Oh, no. I knew one of them was going in that dome. Oh, no, not yet.
Oh, lands on his feet.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go, Sige. Oh, straight back up, though.
Oh, God. Kenny's so good at that bump where he puts his legs together. Because it looks like he's just... Oh, look at that, man. No. He looks like he's temporarily just lost all control of his body. Never looks perfect. Well, sometimes it does. Well, perfect in its own way.
I'm possibly forgetting an obvious example of it. Has there ever been a better team for having as good chemistry as opponents as partners than these two? Because they had incredible chemistry as partners, almost so underrated. But I can't, you go to someone like, say, the Rockers or the Hearts or whatever. There's millions of other teams, but just two that fought each other plenty. It's never as good as these two, like as opponents. I don't recall Moxley, Seth, and, well, they had a stinker, but like, or Roman as a three, for example, having particularly great matches against each other.
Oh,
there it is.
It's the Okada pin from Dominion. I think if you know and you pay attention, there's just so many different details you can luxuriate in when you're watching a Kenny match.
I think I was getting the Bret Owen vibes from this because Kenny is a little broing Hangman a little bit as well, and Hangman's trying to like, I've seen your stuff and I can do it better just shut up, and he cannot quite.
Oh, yes. God. A cheat code to my heart.
That's brilliant.
I just love a dragon screw leg whip, man.
Just a V-trigger to a man trapped in the ropes from a dragon screw. How's your leg? How's your head?
Oh,
Fan.
Look at this. Oh, look at that duck from that lariat, man. Get in. Look at that V-trigger. Look at that cell. Look at that V-trigger again. Fuck off, Hangman. It's just the intent behind everything is absolutely perfect.
oh, here we go.
Can't lift
Can't
up
let
the
him hit
first
this.
time. I love this. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, mate. Absolutely incredible.
What a finish.
Just those little extra touches of, no, come on, no.
You're not buckshotting me, mate.
Nah.
I know what you do.
That duck from that buckshot is next level. Like, that is next level.
Throws it back to the Revolution
Oh,
title.
that's your favourite dude? Who was that?
Everton fan of NXT and well, Florida, I guess, because he would just go to whatever wrestling's on there. Of the time that
That's better than Omega Mox, isn't it?
yeah, God, yeah.
Hangman versus Mox. Omega versus Hangman, both better than Omega versus Mox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few like little examples
We
of that.
talk about this. Cage one's probably my favourite, and I still think there's a better Moxley Omega match in some other timeline somewhere where they got it perfect.
What have we got next? Punk Kingston.
Oh, yeah. How are we doing for time, Nicholas? Are we good for the promo, or should we just cut straight to the match?
I mean, I think the promo's good enough to go for it. Like,
Yeah, let's get the promo on.
YouTube.
So we are heading
maybe
to
something can
YouTube.
be sacrificed later on. Who's to say?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3:10. We should be fine. Chat, because it's going to take me a while.
We are, we're going to head to YouTube now. Join us.
Just go
if you wanna watch along
YouTube,
with us.
AEW, sort by most popular, probably.
For the Eddie Kingston CM Punk promo heading into, what's this, Full Gear 2021?
Yeah.
So how long's the Punk been there at this point?
A month.
Jeez.
Because he comes in for, well, he's been in AEW a little bit longer, but he has his first match back at All Out against Darby Allin. He comes in July for that. So he's had a little bit longer than that, but he's basically still doing it's great to be here. Even at this early stage, people are acknowledging, do I want happy smiley Punk? Like we've had an August and a September of the nice guy that's back to sort of be part of this rather than simply take it. And then it's the simplest of, it's kind of like the backstage interruption perfected, isn't it? It's Eddie Kingston's attitude and hostility that ultimately gets in the way of CM Punk's planned interview time.
God, yeah,
So he's justified for being a bit pissed off with Eddie Kingston.
he was. I was just looking at this card here. I forgot about I forgot about the Full Gear 2021 card. I forgot about a lot of things over the years, quite clearly.
I'm trying to find Punk versus Kingston here, and I'm watching Pac and Cody versus Aleister Black and Andrade.
Oh, God, yeah.
And that was a nightmare.
Punk Kingston is third from the end, if that helps. So just after Britt Baker, yeah.
Sure does, Paul.
Sure does, buddy.
But yeah, we'll watch the promo first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. I'm just
It takes a.
this very legal website that I'm using is just a little bit.
Triller says that's what it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Triller.
I just chose playing it, man.
Triller.
Oh, thank you.
I just remembered CM Punk's gear. It's great, and
And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
I think it's the best he ever had. There it is. I'll put it. I think
Really?
I think
that's the best he's ever
I
looked.
think it's his number one gear of CM
Yeah.
Punk, and there's been some amazing ones, but I think that's his number one.
I was legitimately annoyed with them for not wearing it again.
Yeah. Although it keeps perfect, and all of this is perfect. Like every beat of it is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Triller's doing, man, but I was trying to tee it up.
Thank you to Ramen Nomad.
okay. I've teed it up.
Sends us one of them.
Right, if you want to watch this along, everyone's got YouTube. The video is entitled, "Was the truth too much for CM Punk to handle when Kingston put him on blast?"
I've put the link in the comments.
All right, good stuff.
YouTube.
Blast is unnecessarily capitalized.
Blast.
The B in
Blast.
just the B.
Oh.
I mean, come on, this is absolute rinky dink amateur hour crap. This, right? Are you listening to it?
Yeah.
Right. Look. Sorry, I need to rewind it. Look at Kingston's face here. He's got the eyes. Ooh. Answer me when I'm talking to you. His eyes just go like that. So this is like the most trivial thing to argue about and how they sort of dial it up.
The way that this is blocked.
God, I miss Eddie Kingston.
You gaslight me, I'll gaslight you. We're a couple of bastards, mate. God.
CM Punk's face, yeah.
There's a fuck there.
An off mic the best off mic and on mic guy ever.
Oh, stop cheering for
The
me.
fans coming up for him.
It's on Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage.
Oh, they're talking over each other.
Just two fucking pros.
You just start believing it more.
You do.
The more it goes on.
It's the anti-Seth Rollins energy, this.
Yeah.
They have not practiced this. They are simply doing it. Deputy Dax is in the top corner. Order AEW tickets, please. I'll be your best friend.
Stranger is just a friend you haven't
Yeah,
met
just a
yet.
friend you haven't met yet, buddy. Make a friend. Can't have too many.
Low life, two-faced, scumbag, narcissistic bitch.
Testing the audience, by the way, really pushing them. Like, sort of Punk's a returning hero in most respects.
I can hear his voice strain.
Where Punk, Kingston's hat meets his hair. Just knock that off. Knock it off.
Don't say his name.
Don't say his name. No, like the last Rampage was Danielson, Kingston. It was the best.
Yeah. Say bum again, Punk.
It just feels like anything to say again. I'll shoot you in you. That Gareth WWF junkie sign in the background.
Undertaker was pretty quiet, wasn't he?
Yeah, Undertaker. I forgot what's he up to nowadays. Spreading the business. Well, the hat's come off. Ah. See, that's when someone says something like that and you're like, oh, I believe that.
Yeah, it's true then.
No!
Oh, it's the best. Right, he's already pissed off Kingston because he's immaculate. Listen to this, Punk.
Advert. Pause, everyone.
EI optimizes my schedule. How about how EI sucks my cack?
I'd get the technology moving faster.
Oh. WWE speed.
Sarcasm is the precursor to anger. Eddie Kingston knows this.
Oh.
This is the best.
To that man of the people, CM Punk.
Shut up, man. Yes! I levitated the first time I saw this, man.
Goosebumps everywhere, man.
I God, here comes Aubrey. She'll sort it all out.
Get him,
Get
Eddie.
him, Eddie.
Oh, he's jumped on him.
It's Simon Millerstein as well.
What was this?
So, the referee corps. Oh, he's jumped on his head.
There's the shot. There's the
He's gonna
shot.
bite him. He's gonna bite him.
He's going to eat his face.
He's gonna bite him.
I'll bite your fucking nose off.
Right, we're
We
going to see
bring
the
the
face.
doom-
We're going to see the face. Be quiet. Sorry, we're going to see the face. Eddie Kingston. If this cuts off before you see his face, I'll fire Jeff Jones myself.
Get your fire and go now.
Here we go.
Go on, look at his face here. Look at Eddie Kingston's face. Oh, Kingston, trash! AEW deserves to be in the position it's in because of bullshit like
Can
that.
you do the face down this camera? Can you do the face?
You do it.
Hang on, let me see.
Put there.
That's it.
What he does. What did he do, Wilborn?
Correct.
Lovely.
We trivialized it all.
So we're moving to Full Gear 2021. While Stitch pulls this up, oh, that was easy. There he comes.
Can we have the entrance?
We can skip- we
Yeah.
can-
Come on.
All of it,
Can we have the important stuff, please?
We can skip the
Gonna
first
need
few minutes of the
some
match if you want, and then just get
rough-
get the real
Rough
meat.
timestamps for people, please. So, in there wants to jump.
We got, what did he say? 3 matches from the main.
2 hours, 37 minutes, and 16 seconds. He's just walked out wearing a white t-shirt.
Look at that. Look at those drunks.
That comes.
Shirt straight off. No clobbering time.
They say fat comes.
What?
Off that comes.
Off that
I thought you said
comes.
fat comes.
I mean, it will be from this man now. Mose asks us in the chat, what is We Are One? Mose, we are celebrating 1 year of the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast YouTube channel. I will get more into it in just a second. I feel like I maybe need to be quiet for the start of this.
Thank you, Mose, for joining us.
Thank you, Miles.
But they're both in the ring now. It is Full Gear 2021, CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
I will say, I know you like to preserve now. CM Punk shorts here, right? Look so great on him. Hurricane to the face.
What a sell. Look at that dead cell.
Great start to a match as well.
That's like 15 years. Eddie Kingston makes you
Yeah.
believe that he's been needing to scream that scream for half of his life.
So you can walk out now. Yeah. He doesn't bother about winning or losing.
It's that maniacal laughter after
Yeah.
as well. It's just unbelievable.
I will say, sorry, quickly before we get into the action, before we get into this thing, when he put on the shorts at Revolution after this, I'm like, they look too big compared to them.
Yes, I know what
They
you
look
mean.
too
Yeah.
big compared to them. And now he's just biting them in the face. Headbutts.
Punk's got nothing. Arms by his side, no guard.
No God,
Five.
never had a guard, dickhead. Did you see him in the UFC? He was rubbish.
He was. He sucked. Then he came home.
And you know, he shouldn't have been there. He was taking somebody else's spot. He was being a bit like Dwayne, but that would make Phil Brooks a hypocrite. So that can't be right. He speaks truth to power, doesn't he? He's the truth teller.
Truth and lies.
Now you look at him; he's awesome here. Oh, look at them!
dueling chants as well.
Oh, God. Everything was so hot.
Vibe is impeccable from the moment Hurricane strikes. They don't lose it for the entire
Those
thing.
punches were amazing from Punk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that meme a little while ago on Twitter, the meme template, where it was like match each other's freak in terms of their like worked / shoot sloppiness.
Yeah,
These two matches,
yeah.
like
No, it
Kingston's
was
not
perfect.
perfect, but it's perfect in its own way.
Is that Brock Lesnar guy on the front row?
Probably.
Yeah.
God damn it. And the green shirt guy.
The green shirt guy, yeah. But like 2 along from him. There.
Where
See
was
him?
this?
Camo. This was...
This was in, don't tell me. It was in St. Louis. They've just said it on the YouTube. I remember as well because they had Von Rashke?
Yes. They did, yeah. Was this the one where they had the horse going through St. Louis as well?
Yeah,
Hangman on the horse,
yeah.
past the billboard and stuff.
This was Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, he's kicking him in the chest.
By the way, yeah.
Oh, man. An eye poke.
A Piper one, which Punk will love, that little...
Mose, we are celebrating 1 year of the WhatCulture Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel. Best of the Dead Man tomorrow, a fan vote watch along on Wednesday, same time, 2 till 4. Best of Collision.
Sorry, go on.
Best of Collision Cops on Thursday, and then Get the Table for 3 on Friday.
How does the fan vote work?
We haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
No, I thought about this, but unfortunately, I've been doing all this stuff today, so I haven't had time. I'm thinking what we do is we get everybody, if you 3 put tweets out, and people can suggest matches to you, and then we'll pick the best of the bunch and put them to a vote tomorrow, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Whichever one gets the most votes.
So soon we're out of here, we'll...
Yes.
Yeah. Tactical Penguin asks, Sige, what's your favourite Thunderbird?
Wilborn brought Thunderbirds up on the SmackDown review, and I said I didn't care
What's
for
your
it.
favourite 1 to 5?
Oh, I thought we'd had this chat during the stream.
No, it's before that was just me.
Don't like puppets. Don't like things with wooden puppets. It's too old. It's an artifact of pop culture that hasn't dated particularly well. I do not like wooden puppet media.
But if
I
you
think it looks. I don't know anything, mate.
if you had to pick a Thunderbird,
I don't know them.
I'll show you pictures of all of them. Thunderbird 1.
This red mat at the bottom of the aisle's lush. I don't know why it's there.
That's Thunderbird 1 right there. Classic. Thunderbird 2, obviously, featuring Thunderbird 4. There you see, drops it
The
off.
green one,
Thunderbird 3, my personal favourite there.
like a red rocket, dear.
Well, especially because if you look at Thunderbird 5, look what happens to Thunderbird 3 and Thunderbird 5. Yeah. So which is your favourite Thunderbird?
They're the green one.
Oh, see, you're always going out of you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Thunderbird 2.
Look at these punches, man.
Punk's looking like he's dying out there.
It's just sort of the Thunderbird 2 versus Thunderbird 4.
And he
isn't it,
might
really?
have been. Was this still CM Punk is gassed in every match era?
Yes.
I mean, I know that's every match now.
That's every single Punk
particularly-
match since 2021. It's actually part of the charm, in fact. So
It is part of the charm. It is.
Thunderbirds will go. Great tune by Busted as well, just to quickly mention that.
Shut up.
Probably
Why are we talking about Busted when we're actually watching like
because he's been
real
busted
stuff?
wide open, Sige. Thank you for asking.
What a great bleeder he is. You can see that thick.
Yeah.
He's just great with the strands of hair in there as well, that congealed effect.
He just was swearing there. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Probably swearing, saying, please say my name, I need the validation. He does that a lot.
He does. As you know, Sige, because he's straight edge, he's addicted to other less conventional things, such as competition. And people chanting his name.
Yeah. My addiction is competition. CM Punk turning up in WWE while ECW was just like, I just knew. You just knew instantly.
Yeah.
It's going to work. They're going to make it not work, but it's going to work.
Tell you what I like about this as well. This is blood from oh God, we've gone too far in this violence. Very different context to blood against MJF when he's cutting that promo when he's been busted open.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like he tried to do something dark in
Yeah.
there. This is just, I'm back and fighting then.
Yeah.
Right, I'm back in the business.
Is this his first blood in AEW?
I think so, yeah.
He's doing the Cena spot.
Oh, yes. I forgot about this. Greatness echoes greatness.
okay,
Here we
sorry.
go. Yeah.
Look at that, man!
Man, he knows what he's doing. He's excellent.
This is the best.
Oh, God, the whites of his eyes. Are you joking me? It's like the flesh has gone from his face.
He knows exactly how long to hold it as well.
Yeah.
Flipping each other the bird, wailing on each other. Before the match, he's probably thinking, I'll do that for 3 seconds. Then he goes, no, actually, I'll hold it for 10, actually. This is awesome. He knows exactly, he's an incredible pro wrestler.
Got to do the genius list one day, Sid.
We should,
We need to do our own, because we did it as a bit of a... Is it in a Q&A, Sidge?
Yeah.
Wrestling Icks, the three of us.
We want to expand that as well.
I want to sit down and talk about our Wrestling Icks.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Talked about how he wasn't the best Kingston and he definitely wasn't the best Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Another layer, he knew he sucked when he first locked up with Eddie Guerrero.
He's showing Kingston, you suck, mate. Like...
Hang on.
Because it was
hang on.
Sexy Eddie was the other Eddie.
I think there was like a really... Hang on. That was after this, though.
Oh, it was. He was just he was having a dig because they were looking like they were going to be like legacy guys.
It was to
Before
Moxley, he said.
bounced, yeah.
Didn't he say all that stuff about Eddie to Moxley?
I think so.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I think it was just like...
It kind of
Just
felt...
anyone was catching strays at that time because he was unprofessional. Oh, look at Eddie, man. God, I wish he'd broke it. Oh, man.
He's not good.
He just braid him on the back all hour. And now
He's a bum.
What's he got? ACL, Kingston?
It's one of the
All
bad
the
knees.
knees,
It's one of the
yeah.
bad knee ones.
Whoa! It took me years to get the whole spine on the pine thing. I was like, oh, spine on the pine. I just thought it just sounded fun. For years, I was really late to that party. I was just like, oh, just spine on the pine. Wait a second, spine on the pine, that's wood. Oh.
Sounds fun.
This is like,
Rhymes are cool.
I think I was like that with Paul Bearer as well. I was like, Paul Bearer?
I didn't get Paul Bearer.
Sharpshooter and Hitman was mine.
Yeah.
I won't disclose the age I was when Sharpshooter, when I got that connection.
Yeah.
I was in my 30s.
Too old.
We're on 30.
We're all on 30s. Fact.
Fact.
There they are, back in the corners again.
This is the best fried Takayama.
Oh, yeah. Got to be in that building. Nice Excalibur.
There's a million of those spots. Wrestlers fell in love with it. Go on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he knows when to do it every time. Ah! That's Ishii-esque of I'm dead. Actually, no, fuck you, I'm not. I cannot die. Not for you. I'm not letting you kill me. It's just the best.
But then now he's registering it. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Because he's having the adrenaline dump now. And we don't have to explain this to the viewers like that bloody WWE Gareth. They know. Get it, he's a jack-off. I'm going to shut my cock off.
Oh,
no, it's a jack off, you bum.
What's that big Joseph? I don't know some of that, bugger.
Look at him, he's not selling. See, I'm too old for this.
Whoever sits on the bottom rope and leans on the middle like that ever. It's like you're just fucked, mate.
Just realised I was doing Andy Gray there. He's saying this, he's saying that. He's saying I'm too old for this. He's saying I'm not good enough to do it. That's what he's saying.
Take a bow, punk.
I don't need to explain this to you. Just watch the pictures.
I mean, this is just
Punk's hair's perfect for it as well. And string you down the front. Like.
They say that, you will never get like a proper, earnest, old-fashioned brawl anymore. And it's true because this is almost playful as well.
Yeah.
But it gets both modes perfect. Where it's funny, it's genuinely hate-fueled.
You almost want them to have the beer together and then end with the beer by smashing the bottle over the head and starting the fight again.
Not a big CM Punk fan, obviously. You're doing a straight edge.
Oh, I went for the back fist.
We could do the whiskey and milk, like Hangman and Kenny.
Bouncing off the ropes.
Oh, nasty. Oh, fans are booing now.
because they don't want it to end, man. But it has to end when it does. This just couldn't be an epic. It had to be pissy, 10 minutes.
Punk knows he can be as over as a heel as he needs to be because the MJF thing's coming. It's all about
God,
pace on
this
the
was
night.
at once so timeless and yet so refreshing at the same time.
What did this isn't a game? What did Meltzer go for
Perfect.
that?
It's a fiver, isn't it? That's an old money fiver for me.
Because he didn't. It was the same show as MJF Darby Allin. He didn't give that 5, did he? I remember.
Amazing as well.
I don't even think. I think it went 4.5 on that. Double check.
Enormous turning point for people in MJF, that Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Cut that fantastic promo after the fact as well, didn't he? Sat backstage.
Aye.
Full Gear 2021 star ratings. 4.5 for Darby.
4.5. Well, you could at least went bloody 4 and 3 if he's not going for the full fiver.
And he gave 4.5 Punk Kingston.
4.5 for that.
Yeah.
I think we've got time for one more.
Impressive.
And like 4.25.
He did give a
for it.
5 to a Young Bucks match actually on this card.
It wasn't even. I mean, I'm a big Young Bucks guy. That was better than the match that the Young Bucks had. It was a Super Click versus Jurassic Express.
Oh, yeah. No, that
5.5
was
for
good, yeah.
Kenny Hangman.
Yeah. Also on this show.
4.5 for that Jagoff JAS, or was it 4.25? 4.25.
4.
Just a
oh
4.
yeah, Jericho Hager, Guevara, Santana Ortiz versus Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Andre Arlovsky, Junior Dos Santos, and Dan Lambert.
You're going to want to watch that.
Did Arlovsky do that in the end? He must have, if you've just said it.
Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo.
Total
4.25. 4.25.
You went 4 on that one according to this. What else we got on this card?
Was that the was it Full Gear Sidge or was it a Dynamite where they were throwing Cody's belt back like John Cena?
That
at
was
One Night Stand?
it was a Dynamite. It was Cody. It was I think it was an 8-man. FTR, Lucha Bros, Cody,
That was
Pac.
it.
It was
I
an
can picture
8-man.
FTR at ringside for it. Yeah.
Lucha Bros versus FTR.
That got 4.25. It was a bit botchy.
I was going to say FTR didn't have a great 2021, did they? Was that not when they were the Frogs or whatever?
Yeah, that was in the build.
Yeah.
That was defending the tag team title.
It was a little bit. It just wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
It was
2022 where it
imperfect.
started to click for them properly, wasn't it?
I remember that series of the Lucha Bros, though. They had a match against the Lucha Bros on a Dynamite in like July, August. And everyone was like, well, FTR Lucha Bros already, this is going to be amazing. And I remember it was pretty disastrous.
Yeah.
The Full Gear wasn't as bad as that, but they never had a great match, I don't think.
Danielson. Oh, sorry. The World Championship Eliminator Tournament final. Danielson versus.
Miro.
Correct.
4 and 3.
4.5.
Ah, God, I'm
Had Miro
slacking.
beaten Kingston the month before, pay-per-view before then?
No, it was on Rampage, that. Miro Kingston.
Miro and Kingston for a bit.
That
Was that not the all-out opener?
That was all out.
Yeah.
And then,
that was
then
excellent
Sammy
as well.
beat him. It should have been Eddie.
The Redeemer run was it, wasn't it? That was the...
That was bad. Like they should have strapped up Eddie twice that year, either against the Bucks or against Miro. Anyway, should we do next one?
Yeah.
The only women's match on that card. Britt Baker versus Tay Conti.
Is that good?
Nah.
It
No?
was as good as Punk Joe, 3.5 stars.
But then what isn't really?
There's always one. There's always one. There's always a match.
Oh yeah.
So
already.
Let's do it.
Let's go to Full Gear 2022. Let's go to Full Gear 2022. Well, what is this match?
And if you are on Triller, Fight, or wherever playing along, we are looking at 2 hours, 36 minutes, 53 seconds for Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
Hater?
I love her. I think she's great.
That's a new bit for
Good stuff.
year 2.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's what you need, more bits.
This follows Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. That's just happened, by the way.
Yes.
What was that again, Sidge, for people? 2 hours?
2 hours, 37 minutes, basically, for Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Very different looking Tony Storm.
That's
Quite different, looking, quite different looking Jamie Hayter as well. Jamie Hayter's getting all the way over here. This is...
They are in... where are they?
Full Gear 2022. Are they in Newark?
They are indeed. New Jersey.
Because now that's the established place where it happens.
It's for MJF to win the belt at this one. Against
Moxley, yeah.
Burgundy Pants Mox, like he's trying to make a point.
MJF Mox with William Regal. I remember him being involved in
And that'll turn out.
the casino poker chip cash-in, if you remember.
Oh, Man in the Mask. You little sexy swine. It's not your best work, is it, William?
What is?
Is it when he punched Philly in the face to zero reaction, full force? Because that, to me, is kind of the opposite of how it should work. You're meant to look like you're doing it and actually get a pap. Yeah, that's right, no pap.
People say I tried to kill Goldberg's push, but I don't know what the bloody talking about. Love Toni Storm in this era. Loved her. She was getting increasingly pissed off with the interim champion tag, wasn't she?
Yeah, because she knew she was better and she proved it.
Yeah.
And she paid it off in that press conference to everyone who ever doubted me. And then kissed my ass or something like that. But she knew how good she was all along. I love it when a wrestler, it's like we talk about Kyle Fletcher's got that now.
Yeah.
I know I've got it. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait, dickhead.
And Jamie
Now that Kyle Fletcher, being Australian, has abandoned Mark Davis and Will Ospreay.
He's got no fucking mind.
True.
They're not really his
It's all
friends, are they?
fucking business.
Don
now.
Callis is just using him. You can all see it.
hate her massively.
No,
as well.
I love her.
Meritocracy stuff, wasn't it, at this point?
That's
Because
actually undeniable.
Everybody was waiting for the turn or something with Britt Baker, and it was like, well, is she just actually going to be goated on her own?
Oh, look at that, man. Right in the oh, God. She's the best at throwing the lariat, even though it's not going to hit. Just my particular kink.
Still got the Britt Baker thing to go back to, of course, with Jamie Hayter.
No, we don't. I don't think we do. I think it was at Sean Ross Sapp. I hate it when I get people wrong. I'm fairly certain it was him who said that ship might have sailed interpersonally. Which is a good use of 3 years there.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
That was really good.
The first ever Rampage, that alliance was forged. Good use of 3 years.
God damn it. There's business, eh? Make fools of us all.
Why don't you just do business? That's why they call it the business. Anyway, this is better than anything that Britt Baker's ever done apart from the Lights Out match.
Yeah, props.
What does the chat think of Britt Baker?
Oh, yeah. What do you think of Britt Baker, chat?
Let's not do a pylon, just be honest and frank.
Britt Baker appeared in the new episodes of Cobra Kai, according to Brian Weddig.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. I think it got a little bit too contrived for me.
I was going to ask if you're still a Kaisman. I've not heard you really speak of it much.
The first season was absolutely glorious. The second and the third, it's like, right, okay. Just when you think it's all coming together, there's an incident that it gets very formulaic. Oh yeah, barricade sniff. You know, so you can't buy the imminent, nice, feel-good reconciliation because you know the way the plot mechanism goes. It's like, well, it's all going to fall apart.
Got you.
Like everything, it's well beyond its lifespan, but
They got
it's still fun.
They got tickets to the Tyson Jake Paul fight at the weekend.
Did they?
Yeah, I saw him. Along with Gronk. Gronk was there.
Ah, the Gronker.
Gronk, they were trying to book Gronk versus Shaq. Gronk and Shaq. Gronk and Shaq, they were like, what do you guys think's going to happen later on? And they were like, we're going to have a fight ourselves. And they're like, oh, great, is this an exclusive? And I was like, oh, what the hell
Was
is that?
Gronk backing that thing up on a ring post in the performance center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird guy. Weird guy.
WrestleMania host.
Oh, right in the chest. Oh, you can hear it. We've got it low, so you can't detect it. You can still hear it.
Oh! Just the weirdest scene. Like WWE glorified because they always did. Because they glorified his terrible behaviour. When Vince does the jump off the podium to demonstrate to Gronk. He sort of lands on the crash mat and then he goes... Sticks out like, you'll do it, Gronk.
Now you can do it, Gronk.
Scott Morris re Britt Baker. She seems so conceited and fake lately. And Desi Baby says Britt Baker has regressed as a wrestler and character work does not make up for it anymore.
A good take. It used to be the secret shame of Britt Baker, or the thing you didn't want to admit. Not that it matters when you're an act that hot of, yeah, the matches aren't great, but she's just so entertaining and she's so full of belief. I felt like a star clicking. And now without the match quality nor that aura, she's got nothing left.
Weirdly, as well, I can imagine her carrying quite a lot of resentment because there was a period where she did a lot of jobs, too many. And now she's in a position where she probably doesn't want to lose or at least be made
She's
to weak.
earned the wins now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely from her to that.
But again, it just feels like the time might have passed, and I don't know what you do with someone like that you built.
I mean, that's the thing.
Just let them go.
Like, just let
5
years, man. We need to normalize people just pissing off.
Yeah.
It's 5 years.
That's what it's for,
This whole
isn't it?
AEW Originals thing, I think, has warped a lot of things. Like, what's Jack Perry going to do to get over? Or how's Sammy Guevara? I mean, they could just go.
Yep. You have 2 mainstreams for a reason.
Pay them the agreed upon dates and money. I'm never saying fire anyone, but when that contract's at the end, just let them go.
Matt Rain says, clearly not all right. Really sucks because a dialed-in Britt Baker is incredible. All of these chubby Whataburger faces.
I mean, that was immortal. Absolutely immortal. Oh.
Getting over in the way she was in 2020, like it means something. Just such memories. Like first time she's getting the DMD over and just there.
She did the bullhorns upside down.
Yeah, like she'd always be like on the canvas, finding a camera in the corner, and she'd just pull the best face of the whole week.
Remember the eye roll gif?
Oh yeah,
it's one of the best things I've still ever seen in AEW
she's in the
history.
crowd. Yeah,
it's amazing. I remember thinking, you're it.
Yeah,
you are the ace of everything.
She proper earned it, didn't she? From the shaky start, like
go from that eye roll to no one cares. No one cares. Trinlat.
A hot take from Hinderson. Paul versus Tyson was an absolute load of shit. It was dreadful.
They're all these like double count out finishes, broadways. They're rubbish. Yeah, I get worked every time.
That's it. I enjoy the hype of it. But I just fast forward at the end when the fight started. I watched like 10 seconds. I hate boxing.
Yeah. Referee Paul Turner, the referees are cracking down, of course, on...
Hater's got Reyes Mateas. She's got Reyes Mateas out the ass at this point. And
God.
Sorry about that, Paul.
I've got this weird thing with boxing where my brain's so wrestling brained because I've watched it for so much, like, 5, 6? Really early doors before I even watched boxing. It's the same with UFC. Like, Wilborn will show me a knockout in UFC because he knows I quite like it. I'd say rewind it. It's too fast. A real punch, it's too fast for me because I'm used to the dramatic effect. Yeah. Oh, Jamie Hayter is so good at taking like a bump where she has to commit all of it, like the Riho thing.
Riho one was the best, yeah. Oh,
talking you up on it, Wilborn.
Brick ass crowbar. Here we go.
You're out of your fucking mind, crowbar. We'll get the tension, crowbar. You're out of your fucking mind. That's Brick's catchphrase or ass,
hey,
one of the
Brick,
two.
Get out of ass.
NXT review and preview wherever you get your podcasts from. If that made no sense.
Let's snuck onto the SmackDown review.
Yeah, NXT is Crowbar, Rick is Raw, and Ass is SmackDown.
Yes, SmackDown's ass.
Crowbar's in NXT, obviously, and SmackDown has been Ass for a long time.
No, SmackDown there's some good stuff on there.
Fast, yeah. SmackDown's been Brick for like the last 6 weeks.
You've been Brick watching SmackDown. You little poor vort.
1, 2.
She's a good 2.99 there. Hate her.
They should push her.
Hate her? No, they should push her.
Jamie Pusher. Jamie Pusher. That's how she gets over again, changes the name. I'm going to have to now.
Forearm. Oh, God. I love it when it looks like it's in the throat.
Oh, this was the one with Kingston Akiyama. I forgot about this.
Oh, yeah. What a pin. Go on, ref. Come on, ump. What does this do? Like, these fucking umps suck, bro.
Learn how to count, ump.
Ump out of position.
These umps suck, bro. She could have got the W. Chat, do you want me to say anything in American? And I will.
Oh,
Hey! Oh,
Reba Rebel.
Reba
I
Rebel.
miss her.
That Reba. Another really good part of the Britt Baker act. The whole
Oh,
deal.
God, I know.
Like,
Oh, right in the face.
laying it in on it. Bang!
Oh, look at that
boy
face on
busted
Tony
open.
Storm. Go, get in.
Right,
Ah, back elbow.
way!
Oh, I love that. Have a good pie face, me.
speaking of which, that was how Tony Storm started.
Oh, she's getting pissed off now.
Yeah, she's getting cream pie.
She is
January
getting-
of this year, she got cream pie by
Cream
Charlotte.
pied. I remember that on SmackDown. Oh, bell shot!
Oh, wow. Bang.
She did.
You did. 2, 3.
Oh.
What are you doing here with that? Oh, Rebel, you can't hide it now. Get
out of here.
Get out of here.
Oh, I love that.
No.
That's an unbelievable sell from Reba, not Rebel.
Oh.
Oh, she's just took her fucking heat off.
Nose all over her face.
Yeah. Because it was a smeared lipstick, and then he realized, oh no, the nose has been busted. The nose has been busted. Any American?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah, please. I'll do anything. None? Oh, okay, fuck you guys then.
Devin Downey says, check your phone, you missed a call.
Good.
Check your phone, you missed a call.
Oh, who's that? It's
Britt Baker.
MD.
What's happening?
Oh, she's
Storm Zero, Britt Baker interference. Here it is. I think this is it.
1, 2.
Oh!
Hi to AEW Women's Division blog who's joining us for this.
Hey!
AEW1, of course.
How's it going, Travis?
Travis.
Particularly great because there was a good chance Hayter could have lost this because she was always potentially a setup for Britt Baker.
Yeah. People
coming up for a
loved
man.
her. People love Jamie Hayter. Oh. On the back of the
There we go.
goddamn neck. Storm Zero. Boom. I remember this. I know this is the finish, but
1. I thought this was.
no, because Hayter wins. I remember they did like conventional logic would say. I think they might have done too many, but they've just nailed it. The fans, look at them. They're all standing. Get in. You don't have to ramp you. Stop interfering. Bang! Oh, right on the knee.
Oh, another near fall.
You can see it all over their faces, man. Mm-hmm. Hair going. You like hair, don't you?
I love hair.
Particularly when it goes messy. Like Jungle Boy's hair, didn't you, mate? That was one of your long-running bits that you'd forgotten you said.
Grey hair, yeah. Oh! She's up on the other turnbuckle. Oh!
Oh!
Send her into it.
Bang!
She did.
She did!
Great face there by Tony Storm. She just had no idea where
Yeah.
she was.
What a
This
reaction.
is class because I thought probably one pay-per-view cycle too early to do this, but no, they did it.
So if I got my
completely earned meritocracy book in this.
timeline is right here, isn't it? This was a nice story detail because Jamie Hayter wins a title, and then in the press conference, they're like, you know what, we're doing away with the interim. Thunder Rosa's not going to be back anytime soon. Congratulations, Jamie Hayter, you're the champion. And Tony Storm's like, well, fuck me, I guess. I have to win this belt back now. Like, immediately you've got her motivation to get back to the top of the mountain.
I remember, man, Jamie Hayter, when she turned up once or twice on that run up to Full Gear 2019 as sort of like a freelancer. She had that match with Baker, didn't she?
Yeah.
I'm thinking she's got something.
She was Patter.
She was Patter. She's
a
got
slightly
something.
different character, wasn't it? But
Hits hard, a little bit broader of the heel mannerisms. I was like, where did she go? It was class when she came back.
I've seen better eyes on a potato.
I've seen better eyes on a potato, goddammit. This is an additional detail
Good
here.
stuff, this.
Good stuff.
It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff.
So this was also the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory for the tag titles. Is this the one where they should have called the Audible?
No, that was all out, and everyone forgot about it because Phil was unprofessional. Again.
We're remembering it right now, so you kind of get both, don't you? You get that cool match and Phil destroying the company. So we've all got what we wanted. And it's going to be here forever. TV rights, Sidge. Ain't going nowhere.
What's the call we're making, gents?
It's 5-4 right now.
5-4, and it's 29 minutes 55 for Swerve Hangman.
Should we have a little... I'm not watching that. I'm spent. I've got a hard out as well. Family obligations. We're going to have like a little...
You can just sit and chat if you want.
Yeah,
sit and chat.
Rather than the old...
Give us a topic to chat about, chat.
Rather than the old
We'll
blood,
chat about.
blood drink ski.
Nice little 10-minute chat before we bounce.
That was really fun. Really enjoyed
I really
that.
enjoyed that.
Oh, Matt Rain says, Sidge, please refer to umpires as blue like we do in the States.
Blue?
Thanks, King.
I think, Matt,
Is it 'cause they're in blue?
remind me why we do this.
Is it because they're in blue? Umps
Yeah.
are in blue.
Well, blue.
Why is it blue?
Why is it blue?
Just answer. I've hit you with some of the questions. Yeah, Scott Morris says they wear blue, yeah. He also says...
Like the 80s Fed refs. Yeah. The powder blue.
Oh, the bow tie and shirt. Yeah.
Who dethrones Mox, says Scott.
Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I mean, they've
got the story.
signposted it. It's a story. They've got to earn it. They've got to make it. That's the thing. Everyone knew Sting was going to dethrone Hogan. Didn't exactly know how that was going to happen, but that was the play. The test is now, it's been a pretty poor NWO, realistically. That's what it's been. With the swing into the shutters... It's not iconic as the lawn dart, but it looked just as sick. They haven't... I mean, the NWO looked like they took the show over. And it was like, oh, well, they can't do anything with them. It's not quite the same.
It should be okay that we know it's Darby Allin. It's
You
okay
should
to
want
signpost.
it.
Yeah,
You should want it.
You know,
You should want it.
I just want, the challenge is going to be when, like, not even this one, the next Moxley opponent has probably got a harder job than Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Garcia, maybe, if he loses to Jungle. You can't lose upwards, though, can you? Yeah. Don't work.
Travis asked you to say, get off your knees, ump, you're blowing the game.
Get off your fucking knees, ump. You're blowing the game.
And Devin Dowling...
Doesn't have to be ump stuff. I can do dags as well.
So good.
Devin Dowling says, what's next for the Hurt Syndicate?
This is an interesting one. They'll beat Swerve. There's a pattern. It's been a pattern for a long time, dating back to MJF Jericho was the one for me where I was like, so MJF wins all of them, and then the one with the most important stipulation, Jericho saves his career, and it's like, well, pleasure doing the business with you. Pleasure doing the business with you. And there's been a few where it's like, hang on, it's got about 50-50 there, and it's fine, it happens. Paige and Jay White will go the exact same thing. Last one wins. They might do that with Swerve. And here's the thing. What title do they go for? They have to. They have to strap up Bobby.
I think they get a title at Full Gear. I think Mercedes bins off Camille. And you think, oh, well, she's just done the stupidest thing she could have done. And the Hurt Syndicate somehow help her retain. And that's confirmation that she joins the Hurt Syndicate. And they've got
I think Bobby himself must be strapped.
he will be down the line. Yeah, he cannot lose to John Moxley.
What if they do the old... Because with our fantasy booking, depends if they're doing any deft dovetailing. God, I miss saying those two words together. Perry gets beat off Garcia, and it's like, yay, Garcia, maybe the soul of AEW has been restored or something like that. But then instantly you get that, You get that awesome tits match graphic of, right, next week it's Danny Garcia versus Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley kind of kills him. And it's like, oh, that didn't really last very long. I didn't make it after all. Then you get Lashley having gold. Get off Jack Perry, who's been a champion. And then do whatever you want with him. I don't know, take a rain check. I don't know, be a heel, I guess. I don't know. And then Bobby Lashley can be the TNT champion, and then you can just basically, that's the thing with AEW now. You've got little championship arms. Okada's meant to be. It's just the same. He had gold in New Japan. What are you complaining about? He's got a gold here. It's not really the same, but I think that's why they'll go with Lashley, TNT Champsky.
Do you think they're going to finally revisit that John Moxley Jungle Boy? Oh, I was quite like you, because he's got no books anymore. He's got no elite potentially, and it's like, that's, I don't want him in. There was how AEW's...
This is when Roosh was in the Callis family. Maybe it doesn't mean anything anymore.
But I think that match is going to be very relevant to the Death Riders. You know when AEW used to put things next to each other and it used to mean stuff?
Yeah.
In the November Rain video, one of the last shots of the first section on Moxley and Orange Cassidy, because you've got Orange Cassidy in the black denim, and you've got John Moxley in the white T-shirt, and there is an immediate pivot to Daniel Garcia and Jack Perry, and Jack Perry's in the black denim, and Daniel Garcia's in a white T-shirt. And that's in that video that they definitely want people to watch and care about, and it kind of does make you care about the pay-per-view a little bit. And we've long held this belief that Garcia will eventually join the Death Riders. He's going to realise that Moxley was right. It's best to get involved. This loss, or this match, should I say, one of them feels like they're going to be next to join this group.
Yeah.
Whichever way it goes. Jack Perry with them is, I hate it. But they did leave something in there about Moxley liking him. So, I don't know. I don't mind fighting for Jack Perry. They can kind of just...
Well, you're a punker, aren't you?
I know, it's just a detail, isn't it? I just like those things not being for nout. Like John Moxley told me he wouldn't do that sort of stuff anymore. He hated what AEW had become. Which is it?
I think he hated what his character had become in AEW.
Ricochet.
So he won all the time? I don't know.
Yeah, problem. Seemed like you were doing all right, mate.
Ricochet in the Hurt Syndicate, people are saying.
I think...
Looks great in a suit.
Well, yeah, and I wonder if the attacking Zach in the suit in New Japan was foreshadowing for the fact that when we have that match, I'm going to be with them.
Yeah.
Can
I don't
Sidge
think he's that clever.
can Sidge say Lashley like Leo Rush, but with an American accent?
Lashley.
Travis,
Love that.
Travis is surprised that we don't love Jack Perry.
You maybe should wrestle like a heel. Maybe should be a little bastard. I've said it all along. That face that he pulled upon revealing himself beneath the Sting mask as having screwed FTR, he should work every excuse into doing that face in his matches. He should be howling at the moon, ready for some baby face to wipe that grin off his face. He does pretty much exclusively. He'll do the odd bit of cheating, but it's also obligatory. He doesn't look like he gets off on it. He does. It's bad enough that we see on a weekly basis, we see between 3 3/4 star, 4-star landfill PWG matches across Dynamite and Collision to increasingly diminished return/heat. Jack Perry has mastered the art of Gentleman's 3 PWG landfill.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's not very good as a heel.
And you cannot say, we talked about this a little while ago, but in like when there are certain wrestlers that have been given the opportunity and actually made the most of it, I would say Jack Perry's sort of the opposite of that story.
He's really not being good enough.
He has been given
title match against Bryan Danielson. You
We've pinned Danielson ahead of that to build it down the line.
got the sort of heroic loss. Okay, psycho me. You know, like a lot of like Jack Perry's stuff has been
Malachi Black School of Psychology.
Very much like he was the first person to physically attack Tony Khan in that hilarious segment. Like
that you weren't meant to laugh at.
No, but the attack itself was supposed to mean something. Like he has been given loads and doesn't look further on. And the best Jack Perry was still the original babyface. Oh, he's wrestling MJF now, and imagine what that's going to look like in 2 years, and 4 years, and 6 years, and 8 years. You kind of moon on a stick stuff for Jack Perry, and it's just never
gonna happen.
Mimi has got back to us regarding Grand Slam. She did attend the first Grand Slam. It was amazing.
You're on telly, I believe.
Delayed on the she was delayed on the stream. It says Kenny versus Bryan Danielson was life changing.
Oh God, I can imagine.
Cody Johnson asks for more wrestling icks. We haven't got your wrestling icks yet.
Hungry.
Don't like starving wrestlers, and I find it really awkward when wrestlers sing their own entrance music. It dates back, Hogan used to love chopping it down with the side of his hand, and I was like, oh mate, like you've got everything. They're paying for Hendrix Sphere. Just at least look as if you don't really care, Hollywood. And he's
You
like,
hated it when the Elite started singing along to Kansas.
I hated it. Absolutely. It just makes my toes curl. Rhea Ripley does it now. Saraya and Paige have done it with her theme music. There's like, this is it. I can draw to mind when I can't even look at it. It's just like live in your entrance. Don't be a mark like me and sing along to it. Like, I don't know. It's like
Your
when...
wrestling ick? Nicholas, what's your wrestling ick?
That's a good question. And I can't even dodge it now because I've got a microphone. What if I just moved it over?
What's your Adam ick list?
That in my pamphlet.
Do you want to do that?
That's my new one, whatever that was. That's definitely it.
Is it Dwayne pretending to be a nice guy?
Just Dwayne. Full stop. In every single format.
It's so weird how much you hate Dwayne.
It's not really. If you
one,
just
he's
look at him,
amazing.
just look at him, watch his stuff, you'll understand. Watch his films, anything. You know.
I do.
Jumanji. And Jumanji The Next Level's also good.
You hate Jumanji, don't you?
The Robin Williams one. I've never seen these rock ones.
Oh, they're
Just
great.
trying to put me on them, yeah. I didn't like the...
I don't like Robin Williams.
Maudlin trash
There, I said
action. That was not my sort of thing. Nothing about that Jumanji was really for me.
Robin Williams, I haven't seen Good Morning Vietnam, right? But I remember like all my worst trips to the cinema involved Robin Williams and this weird sort of, wasn't he nice?
Yeah.
Watched it. Toys. Weird.
Didn't like that.
Jack.
Rubbish.
Jumanji. It's like, this old guy who's got a childlike sensibilities. I was always like, I just find him a bit weird.
You ever
We
see
need
One
to
Hour
watch 1 Hour Photo?
1 Hour
yeah.
Photo? Yeah,
Or
that's
Insomnia is he in as well?
Yeah, he's
That's
great in
man.
Insomnia. Yeah.
I've seen the wrong Robin Williams films.
Well, I think he was doing the wrong Robin Williams for the latter part of his career. And it was like-
They did those two out of nowhere, having
Yeah.
been like, what scrapes has he got into now? And you're like, that's what you should have been doing the whole time.
basically dragging out
Be
Mork
best.
and Mindy into the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was like, time to go, like, get corrupted. And they were great.
He was class in Good Will Hunting as well.
Good Will Hunting, yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
And I like Good Morning Vietnam.
I've never seen Good Morning Vietnam.
Nah, I should do. It's on
I
my
do
list.
remember being at a radio training course and someone being asked, why did they get into radio? And saying, I've watched Good Morning Vietnam and that's what I want to do. I was like, that's a movie, mate. You're going to have to do it. This is on...
Did you ever do a link so good you sort of press play, you hit the vocals and that was cinema. Anything ever made you feel like Bloodline did?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much calling for you to be coked up on the radio shouting at soldiers, to be perfectly honest. But yes, quite rightly, Scott Morris says Mrs. Doubtfire is goated. And Devin,
Nah, I don't like it.
Me neither.
Devin Downey says Aladdin with Robin Williams as the genie is the greatest movie of all time.
I won't go that far, but I did love that at the time.
I remember loving Dead Poets Society at the time, but I reckon if I watched that back, I
Probably
would think
maudlin
it was
crap.
a bit maudlin. Like I thought, this is the greatest eye-opening film I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand on this desk. And I bet if I watch it back, I'd be like, nah,
That's what he does with Magpies, doesn't he? My captain, my captain.
my captain.
I bow to you, my lord.
My SmackDown,
Good morning,
SmackDown.
my lord. I've seen that friend of mine who got me into that in a couple of weekends. I'll ask him about it if he still does it.
What is it? Good Morning, my lord.
I think I've got it wrong. I think
Isn't
I've
there something about Good
misremembered it.
Morning, Mr. Magpie or something?
Morning, yeah, good morning, Mr. Magpie. Good morning, my lord.
Gembling with a bird.
Scott Morris says NXT shot kick out face is my ick.
Yeah.
Aye, no.
Sean lost a lot of Brett versus Sean supporters when that became the norm. When the shot, because that was his. He was blamed for that, and it was like, well, nothing.
It was the dead man's fault. He's the one who fucking did it. I get it. It's weird. It's that I've almost become.
Yeah,
It's every single match now.
not the NXT face that really gets the most reaction from you. That would be Nikita Lyons' 5 faces in her match the other day.
She does this thing where she's like, she does that, didn't she? Okay, let's go.
She's no good.
That's just absolutely hopeless. Without hope and talent.
Paul Abbott says, my wrestling ick is the old pro wrestler podcast. Retire from the ring and just stop talking nonsense. Leave it to us unqualified folk.
Yes,
I
correct.
agree,
I
yeah.
agree.
Should have saved your money, damn man. I heard you invested in some bad property.
I don't take it too serious now. Eric Bischoff says I don't have a story. I think once upon a time, like 3 or 4 years ago, I go, there's this one. You stupidly don't get the details. I don't care now. I almost enjoy the way that they like try and sort of justify being bad, except it kind of is now.
It's easy now, isn't it? It'd be intriguing to go back and look in sort of 2019, early 2020, what they were trying to say was like,
Well,
what was the bad faith thing back then?
Well, I remember one, it always jumped out at me because I was really actually pissed off at the time. Possibly because my emotional investment in AEW was pretty much through the roof, where Bischoff was like, you know how Tony Khan was like, a lot of his storylines were really good long term, Kenny Hangman. Some of them just went on for the goddamn sake of it. And Eric Bischoff, because he couldn't really say anything about, I know it's like the summer and autumn of 2021 AEW, it's pretty great, pretty sort of like great. Here we go, the stories don't go on long enough. I mean, look at Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. It's like, you've picked the one that works perfectly, is this sort of 15 years of underlying hatred, just explodes and it's over and done with. And he was like, oh, they don't go on long enough, these stories. Like, it's the one that Tony Khan paid off like that. Literally all of the others.
On the undercard of Page and Omega.
Yeah.
Like
I know,
same show.
I know.
Like,
and I used to be annoyed, but now it's just, don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. Just become a husk of a man.
just
That's
a
what you
random
got to do.
flashback there to when Tony Khan fixed AEW. Have you done that, Tony? Well, my columns and my rows.
Yeah.
Done that.
oh, God,
Done that.
yeah.
Just like, and he was like, it just makes so much more sense to me now. Like, I don't think it's going to work. pal.
Tony Khan,
We can make an awful lot of money with a rebadged macro.
You know what Bill Watts always told me? Bill Watts always said, "Yeah, you can make a lot of money with a VLOOKUP."
But then that was a cowboy. Man loved using Outlook. Would not switch to Hotmail.
Devin Dowling hitting the nail on the head here as well. Bischoff will bitch about AEW, then take a payday to ask MJF some presidential-like questions. I remember that.
Yeah, not anymore.
Vander says, Wilborn, did the Harley Cameron Mina Shirakawa match at the weekend live up to your expectations?
Oh my
I
god.
really enjoyed it, baby.
What's your favourite spot?
There's a bit in the ropes. I can't remember. They got sort of tangled up. Really thought
I'm sure you did, pal.
I was slinging rope. The old Duck says, my wrestling ick is the New Japan refs always doing 3.1, 3.2 pin counts.
I'm watching it for you.
Anything?
My ick says, Nikolaus Palutra says, my ick is the Attitude Era. I'm 38. We're all in our 30s.
Moral fact.
The 90% is unwatchable.
Yeah.
I don't totally disagree with that.
It's
yeah.
alarming when you go back and watch a single episode. Like, even the asides on commentary are like, oh, can't say that.
There was Vince Russo and Ed Ferraro given all this credit for starting with the bottom rung and working up, so that you like had all this creative energy in these guys that wouldn't normally get it, and then like Vince McMahon was looking after Austin The Rock anyway, so by the time you got there, they're kind of taken care of. But then you watch it back and it's like, yep, and a lot of your creative energy was like bargain basement, shock jock of the time stuff, and it's like, great, a mid-carder's got something to do. That something is gross
ugly
and ugly.
A dartboard of controversial topic. What do we...
Yeah. And the mid-carder themselves would probably say it was amazing to get the exposure. It was the best time in my career, the best time of my life. And they're not lying, but as it appears on television.
Narrows the bar.
Yeah.
Travis says, I haven't heard you use mazy in a while, Sidge, but is AEW storytelling still too mazy?
Mazy. I remember that, yeah. It's just really flat to me. You look at, if you go back, going down the line now, to our initial Wednesday Night War coverage, my big thing about NXT was it's got no flair to it, really. No real flair. Like, it's fine, I guess everything happens in the right order, and it's very by the book. There's this formal rhythm to everything, and I just can't get sparked by it, you know? I mean, that's Hangman Page versus Jay White. It's fine. It's good. It's solid. The matches will come through. So it's not so much mazy, the booking now. I just find a lot of it uninspiring and flat.
You could easily see any champion in AEW now, like, stand on the ramp, and that's the title match. I always remember that pet hate. NXT would lean on it as like a sort of, well, they're ready for each other, but this is how we're going to get there, is it?
Jay White, Hangman Page, they could have, Levesque could have booked that in 2019 NXT, and I wouldn't have batted an eyelid or been impressed with it. So that's the consistency I'm applying here.
Especially because the matches what it sort of ultimately relies on. Like the match quality.
I mean, it's just it's booked at match first. We'll worry about the story second. There's been no flair to it whatsoever.
That's what I think the November Rain video, I keep going back to it, did such an effective job of doing because they intersperse clips at the various times Jay White's won.
You like the frantic one from NXT, didn't you?
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
What's like ever going to say? It's good.
Did you get it because it was like frantic TikTok and that's Karrion Kross. He was like that Tim and Eric.
And then like he seems look.
This contract is on fire.
Dijak's face is like, he's like all the blood had come out of Dijak's face if you actually watch it back. It's like really pale. And that's footage. Undoctored. Congratulations to Devin Downing, by the way, who's just revealed Devin's wife is due for their firstborn in March.
Congratulations.
I'm so nervous on how to introduce my childhood wrestling to our child eventually. No way I can show him the Attitude Era.
No.
Pretend you were born earlier.
Yep.
And we'll find a few questions here. Scott Morris, do you think the women's division has suffered since Kenny hasn't been there? I believe he was in pseudo charge of it.
No, that was one of the old dark Twitter crack about there was a tug of war, if you like, between Kenny Omega and Brandy Rhodes, and then one person seemed to grab the reins or get the old pencil. You could see who would get pushed and what kind of style they'd go for, or if Brandy would be on television. That kind of deal. No, if anything, Kenny was absent when AEW's women's division hit what counts as a peak, I guess, this year. So I don't think there's any correlation there, personally.
What do you think about the women's division?
Well, yeah, we should be more positive because it's been one of AEW's big success stories this year.
And like Anna Jay and Mariah May just did the damn thing. I saw a lot quietly. I wish a lot of it played out on Dynamite. That was real good stuff, actually.
They've got the roster. They've increasingly got the match quality. They are starting to at least flirt with the idea of stories that aren't necessarily around titles, or at very least building enough characters that you can do that. I think 2025, the biggest thing they can do to like show as well as tell is like, we've amassed this roster full of people and we've presented a bunch of people as stars. So I'm not even just talking about the second women's match. I'm talking about like the third and fourth stories. Because if you create this idea that like, I think you had it with Stat and Willow, it was like, this is kind of as hot, if not hotter than the title matches, because what you're showing the fans here is the next challenger in line. Now, we've had that with Statlander, but then the title feuд itself has sort of killed a bit of that momentum and the Stokely thing as well. But more of that, and I think they'll really reap the benefits of what they've done this year.
Well, we'll be back talking about the AEW Women's Division on Wednesday, of course, looking ahead to AEW Dynamite. But this week is all about celebrating the fact that we are one.
I hate you all. Not you, them.
Tomorrow, we will be releasing the best of the dead, man.
A lot of respect.
Giggling along to that with the other day, weren't you?
Decades of destruction.
You tell them, take it.
And by the way, immediately after this concludes, we'll be releasing our SmackDown review video podcast. Wednesday, we'll see another live stream. We are doing our fan vote watch along. As we mentioned, we're going to be
Get on X.
Tweeting out
Tell them X.
some suggestion, your pictures of what we can watch. Then we're doing a fan vote tomorrow, so keep an eye on all of our socials that I'll remind you of in a second. Thursday is the best of the Collision Cops.
You have the right to listen to that.
And watch it too.
And watch it too.
Here's a question. Could you go on WrestleTix real quickly?
Yes.
Just
Deputy Dax, what am I?
we'll go on WrestleTix and then just leave a little space there and then type in Collision. Tell the good folks out there where we're next in town.
Just quick.
No, just cut out the middleman. It's very slow. Just go to Ticketmaster and buy a ticket. All your friends and family. Good way to catch up. You know, it's the holidays. And, you know, you might get too busy to see them. Well, just take them to Collision.
Make for a great gift.
Make for a great
You
gift.
can get any seat you want in the house, I understand.
Oh, here's the thing. No. Cash just
Thanks, Ticketmaster.
Oh, dear. Deputy. Hey.
Oh, no, we did cancel one, but I think there were safety concerns about how who's healing it up on Collision these days. The Don Callis family, I don't know. Safety concerns about how much heat they're getting now. Nothing to see.
Are they not running that awesome ass looking building with the lights? Did Sean Ross Sapp not report that
With the
Collision
Hammerstein.
more lit up? I believe NXT ran it in 2015 when Kevin Owens might have booted what's his ass in the face as he was running away. A-Ra. There's like...
What?
I can't do it with the accent now. Collision is running a very nice-looking building. A small one, but a nice one that NXT ran, I think, back in 2014,
I believe the word is
15.
No, I mean, I'd love that. I genuinely love that.
It's another Arlington adjacent thing, but that run, best Collision's been all year.
Yeah, Cash, but you make a good point now about the tickets for Collision. You're thinking, oh my God, I like to watch wrestling in front of my TV. Got to get up close and personal, like. And I don't like these there. I can't see the ring. Well, guess what? You buy a ticket for row 5. You can get your family a ticket. You can all get a good close-up view now. Don't worry about being too high up. Not on Saturdays.
Dax, obviously no Collision this week, with it being AEW Full Gear week.
Pay-per-view week.
But they are going to Chicago with a double taping on November 27th of Dynamite and Collision at the
I took it for that, goddamn.
Wintrust Arena, or as I like to call it, the Quinn Thrust Arena. That goes down on November.
Yeah. Dax, that's close to the sheriff's house, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the sheriff will rock back up in town.
Well, I told you it was going to happen all along. Ye of little faith.
And on Friday, we've got our Get the Table 3 as well as some more surprises coming throughout the week, especially now we've revealed the first one today, being Adam Nicholas getting his own microphone. But yes, as I mentioned, we'll be doing a fan vote watch-along, and to get involved in that, you need to follow us on social media at WhatCulture WWE.
CM Punk comes back this week.
Maybe he does.
And you have to watch on YouTube to find that out.
Maybe he does.
You can follow Michael Hamflett on X at...
Michael Hamflett.
Follow Michael Sidgwick on X at...
M. Sidgwick.
It's going to do that behind me, isn't he? You can follow me at Adam Wilborn, and you can follow our brilliant producer at...
It's Adam Nicholas.
Yeah. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Thank you, everyone who's joined us for this live stream, by the way. Thank you, everyone who's commented and donated or just joined us. As I said, we'll be doing the exact same thing again on Wednesday, but with your votes for what we watch. But for now, this has been the Full Gear extravaganza, let's call it. For now, this has been Hamflett, Sidgwick, me, you, all that good stuff. Bye.
Terrible outro.